presentation to where it's like, what? Read on. Say that again. You got your fringes on? Put your fucking fringes on.
Current location 01010 Matrix Boulevard, somewhere in the American Society. Manifesto. Head west on Memory Lane toward North Babylon Trail for 0.3 miles. Turn left onto less traveled road in 700 feet. Turn right onto BLK Privilege Boulevard in 0.1 miles.
Straight up out the jungle and I'm rolling up gorilla. Got a few scars, but a nigga gon' heal up. Hundreds in the 50s gon' stuff them in the dinner. Peanut butter and size, made it jelly jiggle, baby. You already know what it is. What's happening? Ones get thrown and then 20s keep stacking. I don't even want her. Shorty is a has-been. Took her to the lab and shit, let the homies have it, huh? They be like, boy, what planet you from? Orlando, let me wear my magic, huh? 2021, we gon' get it done. Tell the people not to panic, Time travel like a paddock, Bustin' down on your mammy, she got cougar ways, I need a tutor, man. In the Batmobile getting super brain. Octane at the sunroof again. So fresh and so clean, a nigga the purest. They say the cat died because it was curious. Never ever think about taking my jury. Take that shit up, boy, that shit looking blurry. Posting that shit up, but I will be nervous. At me won't act back, I catch you in person. Now got you thinking, damn, was it all worth it? Yeah, peep my slang, I'm from the lane. Ha 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 ha, boy, yeah, you a lame. Hate that I charge, but you gotta pay. Respect the pimpin', you'll soon have your day. Pick out a star from the roof, not a race. Invest and hold my trades. Yeah, we straight. Yeah, we straight. Young nigga had to go dumb this time, roll it loud in the backwoods rum this time. If the op think about wild or not, I got a partner that a drum is line. Suffer the repercussions if you ever press that button, cause yeah, we apes. Yeah, we apes. P.O. told me just stay out of trouble, yeah, I'm just a young brother on the come up trying to bubble. She make it clap like it's thunder. Is it real or fake? You know these days I gotta wonder. I fuck up the game like some commas. Clip full of bosses, legit you a runner. Yeah, relay. Yeah, relay. Oh, I don't wanna hear it, nigga, point blank period. So far gone, but you can't get near it. Can't be taught, gotta learn from experience. Bag just drop, I'm just waiting for the clearance. That's a check, keep a check. From the 3, that's all net. Ain't no beef, I'm tryna build. Tryna meet, that's a bet. We can link and collect. Smoke some green, call it Shrek. Take a peek through my lens, don't wanna peep on the set. This shit is a movie, I'm all in the credits. I'm feeling for newbies, think I got a fetish. We get the money like you get the message. FaceTime my nigga because I hate texting. Gotta respect that you all on my presence. I got that gas, you smelling the essence. You niggas trash, why is you rapping? You niggas ass, why is you rapping? Yeah, peep my slang, I'm from the lane. Ha 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 ha, boy, yeah, you a lame. Hate that I charge, but you gotta pay. Respect the pimpin', you'll soon have your day. Pick out a star from the roof, not a race. Invest and hold my trades. Yeah, we straight. Yeah, we straight. Young nigga had to go dumb this time, roll it loud in the backwoods rum this time. If the op think about wild or not, I got a partner that a drum is line. Suffer the repercussions if you ever press that button, cause yeah, we apes. Yeah, we apes.
You don't even know the half. You don't even know the half. Time don't last. I was down to my last bin. Stayed down till I cashed in. Just like I imagined when I ride around in that Magnum. A lot of pounds out the vacuum. Now we got it now, nigga. Hey, everybody acting like we back friends. I'm just laughing. Why ain't fucking with none of y'all? Hey, got a tent mine and a black beans and a come on, man. Same time I need a loan from. I was trapped out though. I was searching for an early exit, trying to back out because I know they coming. I was sipping on this syrup, heavy popping 30s, yeah. Really road running. I done got murder, had me with a 30 round. Clipping both guns. Niggas say they won't smoke, tell you no joke, man, that shit ain't no fun. I done really broke from it. And I lost touch, make me go numb. Man, ran it up while I sobered up.
focus, know they counting on me. It ain't, but they counting me out.
Both of them.
Play my lawyer with the show money.
Ain't no, come on, man. No need for bringing up my past. You don't even know the half. You don't even know the half. Hard time down. Come on, man. I was down to my last then. Stayed down till I cashed in. Just like I imagined when I was. That don't make no sense. That's how you moving. Looking like I got a sack in it. Everybody acting like we back friends. I'm just laughing. Spent 5 and I stashed 10. Not the back end. Got a tent mine with a black Benz with an F in. I'm as private as I ever been. Cause you might turn state evidence. I'm just trying to make the president. Hey, even though I hate the president, I don't want to be competitive. Come on, man. Once we bet again. I be telling all my young niggas get it while you high. I hope it never ends. Not to let the devil in. Then that fell in love with a set of twins. I was fucked up and why you all of my business? How you meddling? I ain't fucking with you like I'm celibate. No, I'm abstinent. Hey, you know my past. I swear, you don't even know the half. Hard time don't. I was down to my last then. Stayed down till I cashed in. Just like I imagined when I run around in that Magnum. All cash. Y'all gonna see me randomly bringing this up. I don't want none of y'all to fuck with me. Thank y'all people that support though. Shout out. No need for bringing up my pad, nigga. Nigga. The hard time don't last. I was down to my last then. Stayed down till I cashed in. Just like I imagined when I ran around in that Magnum. We got it now, nigga. I'm just laughing. Ha ha. Let the band. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I don't even bringing up my past.
Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the BLK Wallstreet Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. Today, we are here with Empire Professor Ras Natty.
Mr. No need for bringing up my past. Cause you don't know the half. Hard time don't last. I was down to my last. What? Hey, but I stayed down till I cashed it. Just like I imagined. When I ride around in that Magnum, a lot of pounds, man, bro. Hey, welcome. Time to make some goddamn money. What's going on in the money space? Goddamn, somebody tell me we were just right here. Man, life move fast. But we ready for the market recon? Yeah, move fast, G.
Bitcoin's currently at $38,187, down 5%. Ethereum's at $2,842, down 5%. Solano's down to $97, down 3%. Polkadot's at $16, down 5%. Luna's at $88, down 7%. Kasamo is at $158, down 4%. So yeah, this is a red market. BNB is at $390, down 3%. Doge is down 12% to 14 cents. Where the heck was it?
Doge had so it went to 37.8. Okay, and this is what I always try to tell people. No, I'm talking about Bitcoin.
Oh, I was about to say Doge went to 37 cents.
No, Bitcoin. But Doge had to run up from Elon buying Twitter, so it probably ran out about 10%. So yeah, all the percentage that was gained yesterday, they kind of took it back. Mm-hmm. This is a very manipulative market, so if you don't have capital, if you don't have stop loss, if you don't really know how to read charts, I wouldn't really play with a lot of. Even if you
Yeah, if you don't know how to read charts, chart patterns right now is what's fucking people up. I'm seeing people talk about chart patterns, and like I'm telling everybody, yo, we don't know, right? So if we fail, like I was telling Empress the other day, if we fail this goddamn daily, then we have to go test the lower day. Like, it's no way around it, because remember, I've been teaching y'all for about a year now, tests on any time frame, nigga. So even though we designed new thing where we started actually knowing how to read the charts a little better and point this out, point that out, point this in, I don't care. The number one rule of fucking trading is tests. Back test, forward test, however you want to look at it, right? So meaning that if Bitcoin shoots up to 37 goddamn, or you know, whatever numbers it goes to, and it comes down, that previous number that it came from, if it was at 32, it'll usually come back around those levels, and you be hearing people say weird stuff. Like they'll be like, yo, it's going to 15,000. It's going to 20K. I see you at this number, see you at this number. Because they're looking at different time frame downtrends. And they're trying to say, okay, well, shit, if it hit this down, it failed again. So that means they got to go to a lower than this, than the previous low. Right, so that's kind of how that happens. So right now with the market, it's very, very choppy and manipulative. So unless you got capital, or unless you know how to truly do some TA, bro, I wouldn't get caught in it, because I be seeing people, even when people sold the other day, when Bitcoin had fell to 32.8, I feel like when it went back to 39 or whatever, people sold. It shot up to what, 47 if anything. So not 47, but 40,700 or whatever the situation was. But so people wasn't reading the chart, but the whole time I was seeing it, I was like, okay, boom, all right, that's good. Because the reason why we're not completely dropping yet is because we got one more uptrend to test. So we tested the 4-hour, got a nice push out of him, but he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And nobody even knew what he was supposed to do. So when this drop came, people probably thought that was something, but what we were supposed to do was 42. If you go look at the previous high from all those uptrends, we made it to 42, even though we had weekly in there and a couple other little movements or whatever. We made it to 42. So when you see that the 4-hour didn't bring us back there, and we already had the daily flip going up, once I seen the 4-hour didn't do that, I said, okay, it's gonna be a daily downtrend. All right, so the daily hit the downtrend, and you say, okay, what the daily doing? And you say, okay, they're probably gonna make a push right here. And then once you see that push fail, because now the daily is done, but the 4-hour and all those other push fail, now you say, okay, let me see how the weekly looking as far as on the RSI on these different indicators. And you say, okay, the RSI still got some room to work itself out, right? So you see all these levels, and like I said, you could even go on the actual chart. You can go on the actual chart, and you'll be able to see like the previous low as far as for the daily. And then, like I said, it was previously it was like 38.5, so it was trying to hold above that, but we broke that. We had already broke that. So any number, it's not any number, but there's another number on the chart that we have to retest, and we're trying to stay above that one. If we stay above that one, then it's still healthy, because which is always weird, because it plays into a bigger time frame. It'll be like a weekly or a monthly. So you'll be like, damn, why is it still falling? Because it's still playing into the bigger time frame. So even though it appears to be falling and going way back down there, that doesn't truly affect the actual setup. And that's why I was saying with chart patterns, it'll fuck you up if you're just doing chart patterns. Because yeah, I remember on the show when we just used to draw trend lines and just little different things. There's different ways to read the chart, but there's, I don't know, it without the TA, without actually having some data points and the different things like that, it's kind of hard to determine what's going on. Like I said, you could speculate all the time and be like, yo, it's falling because you know, the Fed's talking about raising the rates 50 basis points. It's like, okay, this is a hedge against basis points. This ain't got nothing to do with basis points, bro. This is nothing to basis points, bro. Right? So a lot of people got discussions and got thoughts maybe that just not true. Right, and you know, it's a lot of other things. You know, we always try to come in light, and I wanted to elaborate about that may be super heavy because I see a lot of people crying and shit. But I wanted to elaborate about the Kevin Durant situation, right? Because I've been hearing a lot of people say stuff, and I'm like, oh man. But it's the same thing with the charts. I'm just using that to talk about the charts, right? It's just misnomers because we don't truly do TA. Right? So if we like chart patterns, you may say, yo, nah, LeBron the best nigga. Right? If you a nigga that like fundamentals, you may even tell me Curry one of the best niggas. I've been hearing niggas say, I'm like, yo, do you understand that this brother played with that brother and he was the brother on that brother's team? What are you talking about? Right? It's no possibly somebody else. There's no possibly somebody else, right? So, but hey, people like fundamentals. Some people like chart patterns. Some people like TA, right? I'm more of a TA guy, so maybe that's why I analyze the game a little different. But everybody got their perspective. I don't think nobody's wrong, right? I just think it's a perspective, right? And when you start trading, you start saying, I don't know about wrong or right, but I know goddamn niggas using them TAs they're far greater in the top. Hell yeah, we got some niggas that's just doing chart patterns in the top. Hell yeah, we got a bro probably just nothing but fundamentals in the top. How much of those people there? Right? It's even a new sense of trading that they say is called social trading. Sit down, T, what the hell is that? I don't do chart patterns. I don't do TA. I'm not on no fundamentals, bro. I'm on social media. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally seeing people talk about a stock. I'm hearing people say this. I'm in all these little, I'm telling you, bro, you can go on Twitter, bro, and follow all these different people, bro. I don't want to throw no names out, get nobody no shout out. They don't sponsor nobody. But anyways, there's a bunch of goddamn names. Matter of fact, it's just people. I don't care about sponsorship. I do care about sponsorship. It's about money, bro. It's people. They call themselves whales, whale trackers, and all these different things where it's like, yo, dark pool this. And, it'll be a goddamn page just dedicated to people that invest in the Tesla. Yo, Tesla investors. Like, yo, you invest in the face. Everybody got a lane as far as social media. So when the dude first hit me with it, I'm like, nigga, social trading. What you talking about? And it's a combination of, because I was telling Empress about this, like a lot of these new sites, they got it where I could just copy your trades. So the social trade is tied in also with the same me copying your trades too. So it's not just straight up social media where I'm just getting data from people and looking at stuff. I don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing about nothing, but I listen a lot and I'm interested in it. So I'm a social trader. Right? I like the social atmosphere of it. I like hearing what he's saying. Oh, you bought some Tesla and you made some money? I'm gonna buy some Tesla there. Right? It's not about me being like, when is it going up? When is it going down? Oh, it's a weekly downtrend? Oh, they got to go back and test 38.5. Oh, if they drop 38.5, they're going to 38 flat. Ah, damn, I ain't know none of that. Like, why are you saying that? Why they got to go test 38.5? Well, because we always tell you about the test on the 1 minute all the way up to the 4 hours. So the same thing on the daily, same thing on the weekly, same thing on any time frame, right? If we able to test, and once we get that pass, we get that pass. But sometimes you catch the test at the end, and so I don't know. Sometimes people catch the test at a weird time. They're like, yo, bro, I thought it just tested. Like, no, bro. That's like the 90th test, but we are done now, bro. You got to, we're not looking for no more tests. But yeah, but yeah, as far as Dogecoin, just to finish that point off and get back to that, Dogecoin had a nice little push because Elon Musk was able to buy Twitter. Right, so there's a lot of discussions where they was already thinking about it already. Because you got to think about it. They was thinking about it like this: if Elon already owned Tesla and he was saying, "Yo, you can use Dogecoin to pay for such and such things," right? Mm-hmm. Twitter's coming out with they got their first subscription based situation where Twitter Blue, and I think they may be one of the first social media to have one of those type of settings. But nevertheless, they got their little subscription-based situation. So people saying, yo, maybe Elon gonna have the Dogecoin on there. Maybe he might put Dogecoin on the logo. You remember? So people are thinking about
people talking about Doge tips the way Bat does it. So on Twitter, you'll be able to tip people in Dogecoin.
See, right? So it's just utility, I think, that now people are thinking about, which is why it ran. But the reason why it's gonna always keep on coming back down is because right now, bro, there's people just trying to get money out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Dogecoin fans. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of people that's been in this bit long that's sad. And as soon as that bit go back to a number that resembles their number, they out. They out. They're not asking y'all about it. They don't care if you telling them, yo, chill out, it's going to 70 cents again. They don't believe in it. Right? So, hey, I was telling Empress, bro, sometimes you just got to rock with people, bro. You got to just make a decision just to rock with somebody, even if you can't completely see what's going on. You just got to rock because maybe they may have a little bit more understanding. And that's why I was saying I understand the social trading to an extent, but I have to understand trading, though. I can't just be a nigga that don't know trading and I'm social trading. Right? Because everything determines on them. Like, I understand if it's like, yo, I don't really know about Tesla, boom, boom, you telling me how it moves. That's a big difference than you being like, yo, do you know about these dots on the charts? Yeah. What you using? You using line graphs still? All right, cool. No, you ain't got to use bars. Like, all those things, you got to understand the different with charts. You can't just use lines. And the reason why some people use lines, that I was telling Empress, some people just use chart patterns. They're not analyzing the data. It's just about how does the pattern look. So that's why the lines appear to be better, because you can see the lines go up, you can see them come down, and you can kind of look at the pattern like that. But I don't like it. I like to see the individual blocks. I want to see a minute square. I mean a bar. I want to see a minute bar. I want to see a 3-minute bar. You feel me? I want to see the different bars and how they fare. I love seeing, like yesterday when the daily hit us bad, red, bomb all the way down. And then we took that same red, flipped him green. Soon as we flipped him green, I was like, oh, we going crazy now. Now we about to go crazy. I wasn't even worrying about the charts no more. I knew for sure we was going crazy because the whole time I was watching to see if I was going to get a sell yesterday. Once I seen us take their little bullshit ass red, bro, and turn it into a green, I knew it was done for them. And then you seen what happened. We rallied all the way up, like I said, 40,000, damn near 700. All right, so you can kind of tell what happens when you get those reversals as far as using the bar. But if you're using a line, the line shows you it's going up, but you don't know that it just flipped one whole bar to go back up. You don't know nothing that actually happened. You're just looking at a line and a line waiting. Especially if you're on the daily, nigga, the line is sitting there to the next day, basically. I'm thinking, I don't really know how the line works. I get to go a minute by minute, but yeah, you're missing a lot of the data, bro. If you're not using bar graphs and things like that. But hey,
bar graphs or candles?
Thank you, Empress.
Okay. Cardano's at 83 cents.
Don't use the bars though. The bars are different from the candles. Well, I'm not telling you not to use the bars, but I was talking about the candles. I just don't want to cause them confusion. Thank you, Empress.
Yeah. Cardano's down 6%. Litecoin is down to $99, down 4%.
Is that EOS? DPS, yeah.
EOS is down 5%.
EOS is a solid one. Avalanche. Can you see Avalanche or Aave? I think Aave. So yeah, just zoom out. Some of them I've been interested in. Luna. Some boy, you already spoke on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
XRP is down 65 cents, down 4%.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all believe in that coin, bro. That coin is ass white, bro. That coin is only beneficial because it moves with the market. I promise you can get a lot of those gains somewhere else.
Yeah, somebody I seen selling it on some fucking regulation agenda.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, when things actually get regulated, this is going to be one of the coins that's accepted or is in compliance with their codes.
I tell you, babe, that's everybody's thing right now.
Hope.
Yeah, because you got to think XRP, like the Dr. Phil said, and he was actually right. It's the bankers token. A lot of the bankers, a lot of the institutional hands, they're into that token. So they already got little parts into that token, and that's why the token was weird, because they were trying to figure out was it a security. It's a bunch of stuff surrounding XRP right now, which is why Ripple it's a weird separation. I tell everybody that's why you have corporations and then you have LLCs.
That's what they were saying too. Something about Ripple's like parent coin, Stellar. or XL. I think XLM is Stellar.
You got the Stellar, definitely one.
Yeah, they're saying that's going to be in compliance as well with the Ripple. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But Matic is at $1.26 down 5%. Crow is at 38 cents down 5%. Shiba Inu's down 4%. I don't know what this 23 number is, but yeah. Avalanche is at 166. This is Avalanche, right?
What are you looking at? Yes, man. No, it's Ave.
Wait, Ave is the name of the company?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
so
then
what's their ticker for Avalanche?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm going blank right now, but Zill, this Zill one right here, it always does something.
It's down 8%.
Yeah, I gotta check him out. And then there's one right under him, Nexo. You know, we always talk about Nexo.
Nexo's down 6% to 213.
And KCS, that's KuCoin.
KC.
It's gonna be right on the HT once it loads. Is that KuCoin? Right? We thought it was cool. I'm pretty sure you told me it was KuCoin last night.
Yeah, last time we checked it.
We forgot.
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna speak on it yet. But it's down 3% to $19. What else? Okay. Yeah, KuCoin token.
Okay.
KCS.
Okay, that's good.
Sand is at 252 down 7%. Theta's down 10% at 279. Phantom's at $1 down 6%. Uniswap is at $8 down 5%. Chainlink is down 5% to $12. Mana is down 7% to $1.84.
Wait, what's the percentage? ApeCoin is down?
0.1%.
Yeah, I was about to say it's no way this shit is down a lot. This is their
They just got in.
Yeah, and you know they start off high and fell to $7. So the fact that they back at 18, they actually pushing right now. So anybody that bought at $8 and a lot of those little drops is Ethan, yeah, for sure. I know the percentage on those smaller coins be very lucrative.
Yeah, but any other tokens that you want to see?
You already did Binance. We was probably see Binance
right here. Binance is 390.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did Polkadot. We did VeChain. Bought a little VeChain. Bought a little. Oh, so you fell off VeChain after the VeChain situation?
No, I was just kind of briefly going over because I heard you wanted to get to the charts. Yeah, but yeah, that is down to 5 cents, down 5%. I mean 7% on the night, day, whatever.
Okay, so see, yeah, the thing is, I came in this show to go one direction, actually two directions, right? So the main direction I came in here to go, I ain't even gonna flex to y'all. I came in here because I've been hearing a lot of people have a back and forth about the conversation about the basketball. Right, so I was gonna come in here and do a little research and just present the case, like not really make a case per se for Kevin Durant, but just present a case for, because I'm thinking like people saying he fold, people saying he didn't adjust, people saying this, saying that, and I'm like, don't know if that's what y'all see, right? But I don't think that that's what actually happened. I think it was more so understanding the defense and being like, yo, I probably could get a little more giving the ball up. Yes, there was time that he forced shots because after you start giving the ball up and you see ain't nothing effectively happening, you may start trying to force something as a star player. So yeah, you probably could show me a couple shots where you're like, yeah, bro, this one right here, he was shooting a bad shot, he didn't miss it. He missed a free throw. Yeah, I hear it all, right? So like I said, I wanted to really present the case, but I don't want to take the show off track yet. Go ahead, Empress. I see you got some stuff set up for me.
Just to add to that point too, he did play what was that majority of the season, home games
by himself.
As you know, the sole star player because New York did what they did,
which is why they was so in a rush to bring Kyrie back for the half of the season and shit. Because the Brooklyn Nets was on some shit like, yo, you ain't playing, you don't want to play, You ain't playing then. That's how they started the season off. I don't know if people remember that shit, but they didn't want Brett to play at all.
Yeah.
Right. So Kevin Durant was so much workload, and then was like, "Yo, Achilles may not be bothering him." And bro, he just came back from injury. So there's a lot of things. But go ahead, Empress.
He's a year off of the injury, and then on top of that, I see the comparisons being made with other star players like LeBron James, and it's like, if we actually average out how many times this guy has sat out on the guise of, oh, he's injured or whatever fucking excuse he has for the day, it would total up to the amount of time that KD probably needed to rest. So maybe we actually need to just start addressing that as a whole and be like, all right, this is getting too close to slavery. Let's actually start doing what LeBron's doing.
You can't say that, though. You know why you can't say that?
Why?
So y'all sat around some black males, young boys. Not young boys, but a little, younger than us a little bit, but they of age. They say when you're 25, their brain fully developed. They're at least 25. And they saying, yo, I want to do this for my life. I was like, bro, 82 games. Like, have y'all ever played AAU, high school, or any of those things? Because we don't play 82 games, bro. And you got to think about how much practice we try to fit in before games. So now if you're playing 82 of them bitches, that means you're practicing almost 100. Like, you have to practice more than you play. You got to practice every day, basically. Every day you got to come to the gym. There's no way you want to play 82 games for that long, bro.
Just thinking about the simple series, like March Madness, 1 game, you're done. NBA, 7 games. You have the mental capacity that you have to grasp that you may have to play 7 hard games. And then when you put on the different factors, like, okay, well, you're going to be double teamed for 7 games by young guys who just came in with the 2016 draft class who are hungry as fuck for something, whether it be a final appearance, Eastern Conference final appearance. They're hungry for anything besides leaving the first round of playoffs. Like, that's the least they want. Like, they don't want nothing like that. So you have to understand these concepts conceptually and be like, hold on. KD been in the league for 10 plus years. He played majority of the beginning of the season by himself. He had James Harden and a couple people, but nobody that was effective to a point where people are talking about them on the big stage. So it's like, and then he also got vaccinated, which we don't know the long-term effects of being vaccinated yet. So it's just like, can you really say anything once you analyze it? Can you compete at that level with all the training and all the experience that he has? Do you have those capabilities? And it's like most people will have to argue no. So we can say all these things, bro. Ultimately, once you analyze the entire situation, you're like, oh, shit. He sure as hell didn't take as much time LeBron took off, and LeBron was out before we could even discuss playoffs. Like, so it's just a matter of like, I don't know.
Hey, a brother said I couldn't even play it off. I took the loss. What did he say? I couldn't even play it off. I took the Lakers spot. I took an L. Couldn't even play it off. I took the Lakers spot. Long story short is, bro, y'all didn't even make it to the top 10 teams, nigga. Top 10, bro? It's like 12 teams in a division, bro. Like 11 teams in the fucking division, bro. Y'all wasn't top 10. Y'all couldn't even play against a team to make it in. What are you talking about, bro? Like, I understand the comparisons and this and that, but I'm just telling you, bro. I don't want, man, y'all about to make me go down the wrong path.
Again, I wrote KD off once I heard that syringe went in his body. So yeah, but anyways, the stock market had a red day.
But look, I can make this prediction right now. Next year, Brooklyn, if that team stay good, next year they're gonna win it. I was just talking to one of the players from that team, and there was some behind the scenes shit going on. So look, this happened a couple years back when I was telling niggas about Milwaukee. They was like, Milwaukee sucked. They was good and they lost. Ha 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 ha. And I said, okay. Next year, talk to me, and we're gonna win. Next year, we won. So that's how I move with sports. So like, I'm not one of the niggas that's gonna predict shit in season, bro. We're trying to get the pieces. So like, to have me say some shit within the season, cool, whatever. But once we lose, I say, okay, if we have the same team back, we smashing anybody. Because the problem this year was based on we don't have a big man. Don't have no size, bro. Everybody on that Brooklyn Nets team was a child. Every time Jaylen Brown got the ball, he floated over your head. He did a layup on your head. Jason Tatum did a layup on your head. Everybody on their team did layups on your head. Goddamn, the Robert brother came back and dunked on goddamn bro head with a lob. It was embarrassing. It was kids. It was kids playing against adults in a sense. Look, Empress was just explaining that. And I don't want to say they got more because they got a lot of rookies and a lot of young pieces over there. And they got a lot of random pieces. So the Brooklyn Nets last year, 2020, that I thought was a better team if they had Kyrie. Kyrie didn't play. Y'all say, the KD a bum. He's a bum. Cool. Kyrie played a little bit this year. Y'all say, yo, okay, he got Kyrie now. He's supposed to win, huh? They don't have their shooter now. Now the white boy Joe Harris that played that amazing piece, that was the shooter, that was a spot up brother, able to create those spaces and shit. He's now gone. Right? I don't remember who our big man was, but I know for sure Aldridge played a little more. Blake Griffin did a little more. Drummond, he's aggressive. He's a rebounder, bro. But against that Boston Celtics team, they had no other options. They couldn't change. Even that's why they said, man, Goran Dragic, when he came, he played good against Boston. Because Boston didn't have no set play for that. It was like, yo, we taking Kyrie and KD out the fucking game. If y'all can't shoot, y'all can't beat us. If y'all want to put little ass Bruce Brown in the game because he played defense, we're about to fucking take advantage and he's small. Right? If you about to put Goran Dragic in the game, he's small. And he big. He's a solid size guard, bro. But playing against Jaylen Brown at the 2 guard or goddamn Marcus Smart at the bro, the size was just telling, bro. I don't know if y'all watched that game, bro. That size was just no way to compete with the size. I'm telling you, every time Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum got the ball, bro.
Would you say that quote that KD always says was like a Capra Diem type gun?
Nah, because I don't believe in that. I don't think there's no person that's talented because they didn't work hard. I have never seen that in my life. What happened was matchup problems. You could have worked harder than God, right? Unless you're coach, I'm telling you, that's where coaching becomes super pivotal, right? Unless your coach could sit on the sideline and see why you're getting picked apart, it's nothing you can do. Unless
would you? What if you replace the word talent with like superstar or the person that's most popular or some of that nature? Because that's what it's really saying. It's saying like the superstar of the team. What is it? Hard work beats the superstar of a team when he fails to work hard, I guess, which would make sense.
Kobe Bryant was one of the most hardworking player. Boston Celtics put it on our ass with that defense. You can't beat that defense. Yeah,
Kobe was a superstar and a hard worker, so that quote would never fit him. But like, what's that kid that was big at Philly and went to the Nets?
I don't know.
The kid from Mount Bird. I'm going blank. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is talent that fails to work hard, and now hard work, I guess, beats him.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think y'all would want Ben.
And I'm not saying hard workers aren't talented. I'm simply saying hard workers are hard workers, and talented, and some talented people usually are, what do you call it, content, I guess, and they just stop doing what they've been known to do, i.e. Ben Simmons, and so on and so forth.
Basketball is just like stocks, bro. A lot of people like fundamentals. So fundamentally, you would think he's a good basketball player. There's nothing about him that says he's a good basketball player.
Right. It's celebrity status.
So what you saying he has talent, I'm super confused about. Like,
I'm saying it's no longer talent. It's the popularity contest.
But I'm saying
that's the quote in reality. It's like the jock who becomes content with his abilities, it feels like he's gonna always be able to.
But there's no abilities though.
Score at will.
There's no abilities. I don't know who you're talking about. Who thinks this? What player in the world thinks this?
Thinks what?
That they can just score at will.
Oh, the jock or the person that has been able to score at will.
I'm just saying, this is the same idea of talent. You're making that up. I don't think nobody thinks that.
That they can score at will?
I think the greatest basketball player knows that if a nigga send a double and a triple team at him, he got to get the ball up.
Okay.
That's why when people tell me Kobe Bryant is a ball hog, I said, y'all have never watched a Kobe Bryant game. Kobe Bryant think that he can kill you one-on-one just like any great scorer can. If a nigga guard me one-on-one, he's getting annihilated. If a nigga guard Kevin Durant one-on-one, he's getting annihilated. If a nigga guard Kyrie Irving one-on-one, he's getting annihilated. If they send double teams, I cannot beat it by myself. So it's not about hard work and talent and da-da-da-da-da. It's about talent, nigga. We all good. Their coach is better. He see pieces that we fucking don't see. Right? The shit with Kobe Bryant, them versus Boston Celtics, like I always tell y'all, bro. I remember literally being in Aiken's class and telling Ake, man, bro, what? We about to beat the shit out of Boston, bro. Man, you been seeing what Kobe doing?
So would you say Boston now is a talented team?
What the fuck? What are you talking about? I have been speaking highly of this brother Jaylen Brown. I have been confused that niggas don't think Jaylen Brown is the best nigga.
And you're saying he's talented because
he is the best nigga that play basketball.
Super skilled.
He's smart as fuck. I told you that I seen him at MIT giving a speech. I seen him sitting down with fucking Lauryn Hill. Like, he's extremely smart. Basketball is very little about physical ability, and that's what most sports fans think talent is. That's why I think y'all are confused when saying like Ben Simmons and a bunch of random niggas is talented and they're not working hard. No. He has to work hard. That's his gift. Hard work, nigga. He's a hard working nigga. I don't think nothing about him says talent. He can't shoot better than nobody. He can't dribble better than nobody. Nothing that he does is better than anybody.
He's just tall.
He works hard. He's not even just tall because he works hard. He crashes the board as a guard. Right? As a guard, he's scrappy. As a guard, he gets in there and mixes it up. That's what it is, right? It's not about it. I guess at a point you can say that's hard work, or that's talent, but it's nothing talented about it. Well, I guess hard work is a talent.
Yeah, I'm no longer using the word talent because I feel like it's more of a celebrity status thing or the star player of the team type of thing. It isn't talented, more so like they're saying this person is talented because someone put this person on a pedestal and said this person averaged this amount of points for the season, so they are a star player, whatever, we're depending on this person. But in reality, it's like, what if we just played a whole bunch of bad teams?
And what you saying about the star player? What's the angle on that still though?
Like, that's how I would say spectators look at superstar players. They're like, oh, he's so talented. And then like someone who doesn't care for politics, like a Jose Alvarado or whatever, who's like not as well known as Chris Paul. They're like, oh, who is this guy? Oh, he's such a hard worker. That's why he's able to get into Chris Paul's head. And it's like, no, he's talented. Look at him. Defensively, he's talented, but most people be like, no, he's just working hard. We don't even know who the fuck this guy is, what's his name, or so on and so forth. So just from a spectator's mindset, when you think of talent beats hard work beats talent, when talent, it's like hard work beats a superstar player when the superstar player fails to, I guess, have all the pieces that he needs. I don't know. But like you said, that whole quote honestly is stupid because it does insult a talented person by saying that he's not a hard worker and talented, or insulting someone who works hard and saying that they're not a talented person, they're just a hard worker or a workhorse. It's like, well, you had to do something to get that far. So what is that?
I don't even believe in that angle. But hey, you can give him that too. But I just hear people run away with that too much. They be like, yeah, NBA players, they're so good. You could just see, no, they're bums as fuck. Some of them is bums. They're bums. I'm not even about to curve around it. But nevertheless, the reason why somebody like that could do what he does is because, first of all, I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know him. The fuck, I don't know what he does. I don't know him. Good defense, bro. 8 seconds, cool, good defense. Cause next game I'm gonna bust your ass. I'm just telling you, basketball is just that simple. It's just that simple, bro. I watched Raja Bell, quote unquote, D Kobe Bryant the fuck up. Like I'm telling y'all, you have to go back in history. This isn't a miracle thing. You can go back and watch a nigga D Michael Jordan up. You can go watch a nigga D Kobe Bryant up. Like basketball is very, very weird. If I don't know how you play, I gotta feel you out. You can. Terrence Crawford is my favorite boxer. You can go watch rounds 1 through damn near 6. Not really 6. It don't really go that long. But like from like round 1 to like 3, you like concerned for Terrence. You're like, man, what the fuck T out there do? Like, man, bro, you better beat, bro. It's like, damn, what he doing? And like the commentator that know the sport, he's like, oh yeah, he's filling them out. That guy isn't hitting them with anything. And it's like, oh, it's not. He filling them out. He's like, oh, I don't see it, but goddamn, maybe he filling them. As a spectator, you may not see what's going on, right? But as somebody that knows the game or plays the game, it's like watching wrestling. You see two niggas on top of each other, you're like, man, these niggas ain't doing nothing. But the actual commentator, the person that know the game, he's seeing the positions. He's like, okay, right here, he's making a pass. It's like they start making these different references, and you're like, what the fuck is he looking at? What is he seeing? He's tripping. So with somebody like Jose D and Chris Paul up, well, not getting the better of him, right? Whatever the situation is, it's just a feisty player, right? Fast player. I'm dribbling, lackadaisical, blah, blah, blah. Nigga run behind me, snatch the ball, right? I'm playing around backcourt, nigga D me up 8 seconds, right? It's nothing to be very worried about or even to make a thing of, but I see people make things of things. Like I seen people, because I heard him talking, he was like, yo, I got Chris Paul on my list. I don't know if he's gonna last long in the NBA like that, trying to put people on your list just for getting like a steal or some shit. But maybe he just like, yo, I'm gonna keep making my list, and I got everybody on my list in a sense, and I'm just waiting to cross him off. So right, I'm just telling you that I watched Raja Bell D Kobe Bryant up, and they was like, yo, who is this? He was like, bro, man, hey, Raja Bell did you the fuck up out there. He was like, who is this kid? I don't know him. Like, what are you talking about, bro? He's DMing me up. Well, how is he DMing me up? Because I'm missing good shots. I make these same shots over better basketball players, bro. Nobody's D'ing nobody up, bro. I'm missing shots. Right? Empress Kobe Bryant said he was working so hard. Same thing with Kevin Durant. Look, Kobe Bryant just showed y'all the opposite of what y'all thought. He was working hard. He was the most talented player, and he was missing all those shots. Right? He said he had to go back into the drawing board and figure out what the hell was going on. He was telling the lady, I wasn't getting my sleep. I wasn't getting my sleep. He started fucking sitting down with sleep doctors and all this crazy stuff. That's what he changed the game into. I'm telling you, it's not about hard work. You can't work harder. You got so talented, bro, because you work so much harder than everybody else, bro. Kobe Bryant was the best player because he practiced so much more times than the average player did. Right? That's how he got so good. So to say that a hard work player, you get content. No, he don't. He don't know why he's fucking up. That's the problem. So I don't even know. Well, I guess you could say it's content as far as not understanding, because he's content with thinking hard work is all that's needed, right? I think that's what it is. A talented player know that he works harder than everybody. So in his mind, he says, yo, all I gotta do is go to the gym and work harder. That's the problem. That's what they're content with. They're content with thinking that hard work is the key, right? Somebody like Kobe Bryant, he sees that he's working hard. He's not even gonna let you trick him bad. So he know that there's something else fucking with his game. What else is there? Man, am I working out while I'm working out? I'm going to the gym in the morning. I'm not sleeping. That gotta be it. Let me sleep. You sleep one night, you have a better game. You say, man, I felt a little better. It wasn't perfect. A lot of the shots I missed, but it felt better today. You say, fuck it, let me sleep another night. The next night, the same shots that felt good that you was missing still feel good, but now you're making them. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens in sports, bro. The minute that you start thinking that all you got to do is work harder, just get more shots up. Man, I'm missing because I ain't getting enough shots up, T. I got to go get some more shots up tonight. Man, I missed 80 shots last night. I got to get more shots up tonight. Go get them up. Go get them up, bro. And then when you miss next game, it's going to confuse you again. And then when you miss next game, it's going to keep on confusing you. until you understand that, oh, it's a little bit more than hard work. That's why hard work can never beat talent. Hard work can never beat talent, because talent is a, if somebody is truly talented, or I guess you can't say it, because you get, you talents is a bunch of things. You can get a bunch of talents that'll make you a gifted person. So I guess hard work can beat a talent, right? If there was like hard work is a talent, and then like you had a talent of sleeping, like you good in sleep competitions, but like this dude was good at hard work, his talent could beat you if y'all had to pick like cotton or some shit. But if y'all had to like sleep, like if the competition was like who could sleep the longest, your talent wins, right, Empress? So there's no actual talents. You can't say somebody hard work be talent. No. What was his talent? What was his talent? Oh, okay. So they got two different talents, huh? And what was the event? Oh, well, shit. His talent's supposed to win. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's not really it. Because it's a matter of versatility. Because his talent may be hard work, but what if he worked hard the day before and now he's extremely tired?
That's what I'm
he
saying.
Probably could beat the sleeper that actually has been sleeping a lot.
Because that's his talent.
Yeah, but what if I have both my talent and your talent? What does that make you now? Because you only got one talent.
Oh, that just make you second best.
Okay.
It's I don't even want to say it's very rare. It's an impossibility to be extremely great at two things. The time that's needed and the dedication that goes into it, because that's what hard work is. It's all about time. If you don't put that time in, you can't be greater than me. So if you're doing two shits, I got more time in than you. I don't give a fuck what you think you could do. Maybe you have a talent that give you an edge over me because you did multiple things, like Steve Nash played soccer.
It's not two shits.
What you saying?
Me and you are doing a whole bunch of shits, but I'm better at doing a whole bunch of shits than you are doing a whole bunch of shits.
Oh, that's just the people that just do a bunch of shits. But that's no actual, like those.
No,
people,
yeah, because I see you're talking about
people.
mastery or talented people, and I'm like, are you talking about someone who is specialized in something, or some?
No, somebody.
Or groups of people who are just good at what they do.
No,
and
talents. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a talent, but certain people are gifted more talents than other people, and they become gifted people. Meaning that they have a bunch of different talents that gives them an edge in a certain event. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So if somebody, like I said, with Steve Nash, like I was bringing up, he played soccer. So the fact that he played soccer and he knew how to use both sides of his body, it gave him an edge once he learned how to play basketball. He wasn't a better basketball player than a nigga that played a lot of basketball, but he gave him an edge over people that didn't know how to use both sides of their body. That's what I'm telling you. So talent could be a thing, but once I start adding talents up to figure out, well, he has more talents than him, so he shouldn't be better. That's why he's lost. So you thinking that, yo, he's this great scorer, but it's like, yeah, but he can't pass and he can't do this and he can't do this. Talent is a weird thing where you have a bunch of talents that could be handed to you, but the event is just not the event. So now you can play another event and you like, bro, I didn't know I was so great over here. It's like niggas that played basketball their whole life and end up playing NFL. And it's like, damn. It's like, why you play football? Well, shit, my coach told me that I had a motherfucking proponent to goddamn be one of the best football players because the way my body's set up and the way you feel me? The talents that I have was good for basketball. I was one of the best basketball players, but I have more talents, so I'm a gifted football player. So I have a lot more talents that I can put over here instead of me being like I have two talents in basketball. So that's what I'm telling you. So everything is about what you choose to be talented in. But
master.
Exactly. What you choose to be truly gifted in, right? So you got talents in everything. Everybody got a certain talent in everything. But it's like, to what ep and what other talents do you have to combine with whatever? It's like a nigga that, like, say people that love music. People that got an ear for music, but they don't know how to play instruments. There's people that know how to play instruments and got an ear for music. You feel me? It's just different talents that could be added on. Everything is everything. But to say somebody worked harder, it's like, no, that's their talent. They don't work harder. They both work hard. He just don't the fingers. The nigga cut his fingers off. He cut the webbings off so he can play the piano better. You feel me? It's you have to decide when hard work doesn't work hard, because it isn't anything but one talent. Everybody has a talent, bro. Your talent is hard work. Now, what else do you have? Are you a hard worker that's also dedicated to law? Oh, you may be a lawyer, right? Are you a hard worker that's dedicated to motherfucking looking at companies and you like money, you like economics, but you like hard work? Well, maybe you want to do something like accounting. Nah, you don't want to do accounting because it's the same shit every day. So you want something different every day. Maybe you want to be a stock trader or something. It's something different. You feel me? It's just what your talent is great for. A lot of us, what we do is we get trapped in a box. They put us in a box. They say, look how great you are over there. That's what I'm saying. So that's my only problem when we start saying, yo, he's not good and he didn't work hard enough. He's more talented over here. I'm telling you. What's KD's talent? He's tall.
Isn't that a gift?
No, because there's other tall people that's not like KD.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think, if you're tall and you made to the NBA, that would deem you gifted with some type of ability with height.
Nah, that's talent. A talent is one thing that you get. Like say if you're black, that's a talent. If you're white, that's a talent. These are all talents. Everything that you get is a talent.
But what if you're black and you act like, or you assimilate to the white people's culture? Does it still make you talentedly black?
Yeah, because you are black, so that's your talent already. Whatever you add to yourself is another talent. Any other things the Most High bless you with, that's another talent that you can get. Okay. So if you quote unquote could assimilate as white, that's a talent. You are a great black bro at assimilating as white. That's a talent, right? You remember everything that we have on this world is a talent.
Okay.
Everything, no matter what it is.
I misunderstood talent.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you got to think about it, Empress, back in the days, they used to pay people in talents. Here's one talent, right? So you got to start understanding where these words came from. I think we came in this situation and we started changing. Like I tell you, even with KD saying some stupid shit like that. That's why I know that KD, he can't fix his game because he don't understand that hard work can't beat talent, and talent is hard work, right? So Kobe Bryant never said nothing crazy like that. So Kobe Bryant, in his mind, he said, I am working hard. What else am I not doing? KD's mind is, I'm not working hard enough. I have to work harder. The next game, he come out sloppier because all he's doing is putting more workload. You aren't getting better. His game 4 was worse than his game 1. And his game 1 was terrible.
Yeah, he need a wife.
He need to change that mindset. He came into the NBA with that mindset and fed that shit to a lot of these new kids.
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying he need a wife, because he don't understand the concept of actually taking care of yourself. And once you get a wife, you start to see the importance of taking care of yourself because your wife's not taking care of herself. So you're like, oh shit, I gotta take care of myself. I need to make sure I get sleep. Guys, do not get tricked into this propaganda of all this life. I need to work and then just die. It's like, no, I need to sleep. I need to regenerate. I need to be able to, rehabilitate my body, which is what sleep does. It allows your body to shut down and let those systems in the background operate that improve and allow your life to be sustained for a long time. When you are not taking care of your body, applying moisture to your skin, applying moisture to your scalp, things of this nature, it causes for depletions and deficiencies of all sorts. And before you know it, you're struggling to perform at, a typical level at whatever you're doing, whether it be work, so on and so forth. You're catching yourself being grumpy, you're irritable a lot more. And these are all things with B12 deficiencies, just nutrient and vitamin deficiencies in general. Your body is getting upset because it's not being able to replenish these systems that need to be replenished.
I'm telling you, Empress, but I'm going to play that Kobe clip, but Empress, you can send me the link in the chat. But this is what I want to tell everybody, because like I said, I'm talking about reading Kobe Bryant books, Tracy McGrady is my favorite player. I'm from, you know, where I came as far as my origin. I remember getting jerseys from T.G. Lee and going to the game. So T-Mac was always my guy. But nevertheless, what I figured out about Kobe, I remember reading a lot of books because I was an AR bro and I wanted my points. So I used to read every book, and the basketball books was like 5 points. And I was like, I love basketball. If I can get 5. Well, I mean, these are 5th grade books. If I could read these, nigga, I already read them. I love basketball. Goddamn, let me read them. So I'm in the Kobe book, Empress, and there's a point in the book where Kobe's a rookie and he's wide open for a 3-pointer. And he taught a perfect shot and he airballed it. He get another one in overtime. Airball that bitch. And they end up losing. Mm-hmm. They end up losing. And this is Kobe Bryant. He's supposed to be great, blah, blah, blah. So the story is that the next day they came and Kobe Bryant was the first person in the gym early, right? And Kobe Bryant always stands on that, where they always play clips where Kobe Bryant say, man, you get up at this time, you can get 3 workouts. But if you get up at this time, you can get this much workouts, right? They always got those clips about how hard Kobe works. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they understand that Kobe said what changed his game, because he did that because I don't know if y'all remember, he did that 96 or whatever year he was drafted, 96, 97. And the next year he didn't play that much greater. It wasn't like he was a superstar nigga. And y'all forget that. He said what changed his game was a Zen master. The way Phil Jackson taught him to think about basketball and the way he hit a lot of the mind work in basketball through the lens of basketball, Kobe said he was able to understand it. He said that's what changed his game. So when he explained that, even when me dealing with Phil and by figuring all that mind stuff out, that's why I thought about sleep maybe being the thing. Because me as Kobe Bryant, after I shot them 2 air balls, the next day I was in the gym. That was the story that everybody told. Mm-hmm. They came in and Kobe's still in there shooting from the same spot that he missed.
And it's like, did y'all not learn from the GOAT? Like, Michael Jordan's whole shit is to like not even deal with basketball during the off season. Yes, it's like, let me forget about it. Let my body like thirst for it and be hungry for it when I get back, that I'm actually engaged and ready, versus, oh my gosh, this is 90th day of doing this. Like, my body is starting to actually get irritable now. Like, those situations is what happens when you don't do things in moderation. And moderation is hard to do when you're on a 80 game schedule, whatever the case is. But once you are able to get off that schedule and you see those little gaps of, breaks, take advantage of them. Get your mind right. Like, this game is more mental than anything. Like, when you're going down the lane and you start to think about what happened last night, or, man, I ain't getting no sleep, things like that, that plays into the way you dribble the ball, the way you look at the player that's guarding you. Everything just is like connected. So you need to have everything together when it comes mentally, physically. Like, these all need to be lined up and they have to be well rested and ready to go. So moderation is the main thing that you should focus on. And with moderation comes balance. And if you can find the balance between the mental side of the game and the physical side of the game, you're unstoppable. But you have to get that mental side down pat. You have to understand the importance of mentally being available, locking in. What is it? It's just like, you're an intelligence at the end of the day, bro. And if you are not exhibiting that intelligence, or you have an inability to exhibit that intelligence, it's usually because something is deficient, something's missing, something is depleted. So yeah,
that's facts.
You guys have to stay locked in on that.
That's all facts, too. That's all facts.
All right, but yeah, as far as these teams, Lakers was sponsored by Wish. Brooklyn Nets was sponsored by Webull. We know Boston was sponsored by Coinbase. So Coinbase lives on. Webull is out of the playoffs. Wish is out. I wonder how Wish is going to come back to life, because Wish's stock has been going down since I can't even. What happened? Their e-commerce sales were down, or something weird happened that their jobs are down. So I wonder if that sponsorship's even going to still be there next season with the Lakers.
No, it's going to be there. It's going to be there based on some numbers that I was looking at the other day. Like I said, Wishes companies work weird, bro.
Exactly. I was looking at Orf too, and Orf, you can't buy any more shares.
Mm-hmm.
You could just look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if they're gonna do that with Wish. It's like, you can just look at it.
Nah, Orf. The thing was, Orf had something that was coming to market that the SEC blocked. Killed their whole dreams of becoming anything. So that was a speculative company, right? A lot of people was all like, "What they got? Man, hell yeah, SEC, y'all gotta, huh?" It's not. They're not good. Okay, got that. Yeah, it was either SEC, FDA. It was just they didn't get some clearance for some drug they wanted.
Oh, that's FDA.
FDA. They couldn't push the drug forward.
Okay.
It said, "Joe, that drug ain't." It was like, "Hey,
it's dead.
It's a good idea." Yeah, we hell no. You ain't got enough study. You ain't got this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that article because I was reading it the other day because I was trying to figure out what do you do with them. Test this shit.
Okay. Well, yeah, the stock market was extremely red today. The best performing market was the industrial services, so waste management. Was up 5%. What is SLB? Whew. Jewish man.
Schallenberg
was up 2% on the day. Man, I wish I had the names just readily available when I haven't clicked. Republic Services was up.
Yeah, it was
almost 2%.
Hover over or something.
Yeah, they do, but it's still just a symbol. Quanta Services was down 2.98% in this one. Baker Hughes Company was up 2%. So yeah, waste management seeing the biggest gains.
I know, because I was telling people, we was telling people this. I think last Taco Tuesday, I was like, man, oil down. You gotta start looking in that sector. You can get some movements over there in that sector.
You got some great gains in Valero, Marathon, and Phillips 66.
Yeah, and the overall market also, as far as commodities, oil, Brent, WTI, and Brent, they perform. Those are like the bigger oil systems. As far as like WTI is Mars. I'm pretty sure.
It's what?
I think that's our oil. Let me make sure. WTI. Oh yeah, that's one thing about they don't have it on here. I gotta go to what's the one, John? I go to TradingView.
I'm on TradingView right now. You want to type it in?
Yeah, just type in WTI. Make sure, you're all.
WTI.
You're all.
No stocks.
Nah, it should be all.
So Texas crude oil.
Yeah, okay. So that's ours, like I was saying. Was it up on a day?
Yes, 3%.
Yeah,
3% on the day.
And then can you see Brent? BRENT. I'm pretty sure.
BRENT. Crude oil.
Yeah. It might be a different one. Brent Cash? Or
up 2.65%.
Okay, so that's them. Yeah. So this is what I was saying. The market overall. So like this is more so in the commodity space. So this is crude oil, right? So this is actual the taps. But you could also invest into smaller oil programs as far as Exxon, Mobil, Valero, and all those type of guys, which is more so stocks. So, same difference. If it got numbers, you could trade it, bro. So I don't even be caring if it's a stock, if it's a commodity, if it's. I don't even be on that.
Are you ready to go to Repo?
I got these Johns right here in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shorter time. Wow. But yeah, we had some good movements in the market. And it's like, he like, what you mean good movement? The market is down. Okay. Okay. Let me show you why I say that. You gotta always think about it. Down is up. So weird, like, bro. Down is up. It's tripping.
Over 120,000 pounds of ground beef recalled due to possible E. coli contamination. Lakeside Refrigerated Services of Swedesboro, New Jersey.
I don't even want to cut you, but just to show you how down everything up, my top 3 stocks as far as the guys that I'm rocking with that was up today was Gogle was up 0.15%. This is a trust. This is an ETF that I got right here. Philip Morris, which is a brand that produced tobacco and a lot of cigarettes and stuff like that, was up 0.23%. And Ovinative, right? That's a leading North American exploration and production company focused on developing this high-quality multi-basin portfolio. So these niggas, they work with crude oil, natural gas, and a lot of those things right there, right? So I'm just showing you, like, so this is a stock. Like I was telling you, like, as far as with Brent and WTI, those are like bigger commodities. I look at them as, but vibe, right? But then you could also get stocks that's on oil plays, right? Like a Ovinative or a Exxon or any of these different plays. But I'm just showing you my top stock was not even up 1%. Usually my portfolio go crazy. And my most down guy, because everything is down. Like, I'm telling you, like, everything is down. Everything is down. Look, like I got like a bunch of bros. Wish down 4%, technically 5%. PayPal down. Amazon down 4%. Penn National down 4%. Neo down 5%. Nvidia down 6%. Right? Peloton down 7%. Affirm down 7%. Damn near DoorDash down there down 8%. Riot down damn near 8%, because you know Bitcoin, like I said, everything is doubled off Bitcoin. So y'all gotta understand that. If you invest into even the same thing with the oil Empress commodities, WTI and Brent. If you look at their growth, then you got to go look at, besides Exxon doubled them. But so Exxon would double, maybe whatever. I mean, Valero. So maybe however Valero getting their John is a little different. So they doubled. But usually, if WTI and Brent go about 3% or whatever, the smaller ones usually should double those. But what you're seeing is that they're halving them because people are trying to get into the safer atmosphere. So that's what you're seeing in the stocks right now. A lot of people are just going bigger. They're just saying, yo, that shit undervalued. And right now it's too risky to be undervalued. I'm just trying to if it costs me a little more, I'm okay with it. My worst bro on the day, Tesla. Down 12.18%. I ain't ever say nothing about Tesla. Empress invested in Tesla. Disclosure. Empress invested in Tesla, so Empress probably didn't even bring that up. I heard her breath say, man, I don't like looking at the year-to-date charts. Make me sad. Why you didn't bring Tesla up, Jay? You didn't let me know about them?
Oh, I told you the whole market was red today. So there was no point even telling you about any of the stocks that were invested in.
Yeah.
The market was red. That was a gist. If you want to know percentages, go look at all y'all.
JetBlue was down 11%. Right. So, and then it was somebody up 40%. Forge Global. What do they do? Forge Global Holdings Inc. is a financial service platform created to serve the unique needs of a private market. I told you, bro, I feel like they need some type of system where the public gets some type of exposure to private markets besides SPACs. SPACs is good, but I don't know, bro. We need to take a test or something. It need to be like some type of limited exposure where it's like, yo, if you complete this so much, and I don't know, bro. Something I'm goddamn thinking. I don't know. Let me know. But I'm ready for you, Empress.
Okay. Lakeside Refrigerated Services of Sweetest, New Jersey, recalled 120,872 pounds of ground beef that could be contaminated with E. coli. Meat that might be in your refrigerator is being flesh that might be in your refrigerator is being recalled. The beef products were manufactured February 1st through April 8th, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service. The products were shipped nationwide, and some of the ground beef was distributed in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine, according to the FSIS. Labels of the recall beef can be seen here. Naturally better grass-fed. 100% grass-fed ground beef. This is not funny. E. coli is a very serious matter, and we recommend that you stop eating flesh.
And that brother was so hell-bent on bragging to ink.
Grass-fed ground beef patties, 80% lean.
Yeah, see, he probably don't get 80% lean.
Nah, I'm cracking my other homeboy. Lean meat, man. Or lean flesh. Some more lean 80% lean flesh.
I was like, it's all 80% lean.
Yeah, this is all that grass-fed baby food the humans like to eat.
They ain't got no 60% lean.
73% lean.
Okay.
Depending out on the lean.
Okay. Let me see.
All grass-fed. No label on package. It's just a product number, so you better look at these product numbers. No label on package. Some more grass-fed.
93%.
Ooh, that boy getting thin.
Oh, we're leaning in motherfucker.
Leaning.
He come back down.
You think they put lean in these?
Maybelline the way they
grass-fed. What is this? Kobe ground beef. Ooh, this is that Asian beef.
Asian beef.
Big beef. Big beef in the Shanghai area. More never ever any added hormones. Are you moving stuff? Oh, okay. This is like some Walmart John Market side. It's another one, ground beef burgers, antibiotic free, no artificial flavors. You got some more grass-fed beef, 100% grass-fed. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys. So you guys got the recall list. Now let's resume the article. Okay, all recalled items have establishment number EST 46841 on them. Some brand names include Thomas Farm, sold in Massachusetts, and Marketside Butcher, sold in Maine. FSIS also put out a complete list of recalled products. People who have ingested contaminated flesh would feel sick on average 3 to 4 days after eating it, according to FSIS. Most people infected with the strain of E. coli will develop diarrhea and vomiting. People with health and safety concerns about the recall can contact the FSIS Flesh and Poultry Hotline at 888-674-6854. That is the conclusion of that article. And yeah, highly recommend you stop eating flesh in order to avoid the pitfalls of eating flesh, such as diseases such as E. coli, and developing diarrhea and vomiting. If you do insist on eating flesh, to each his own, and stay over there. Yeah. Alrighty, flesh eaters and grass eaters. Google tells shareholders that YouTube Shorts is doing great. Don't worry about TikTok. Alrighty. So, Alphabet, the parent company to Google, announced its first quarter earnings this evening. This article is by Amanda Silberling. Alphabet, the parent company to Google, announced its first quarter earnings this evening, and for the creator industry, that means a slew of news and updates about YouTube. YouTube is known as a particularly ripe ground for content monetization since creators earn a 55% share of ad revenue rather than paltry payouts from an ever-dwindling creator fund. Looking at you, TikTok. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google and Alphabet, reported that the number of YouTube channels that made at least $10,000 in revenue was up 40% year over year. But as a whole, YouTube missed its quarterly projections for ad revenue. The platform was expected to bring in $7.51 billion, but they actually made $6.87 billion. This is still higher than last year's quarter one, when YouTube earned about $6 billion in ad revenue. But those Wall Street folks don't love a miss. CFO Ruth Porat noted that this slower rate of growth is more so a reflection of last year's unprecedented gains. In Q1 2021, YouTube's ad revenue had increased 49% from the previous year, likely due in part to the global pandemic. Like Snapchat, YouTube also cited a loss in potential ad revenue from European advertisers who slowed spending due to Russia's war on Ukraine. Pachachi also announced that YouTube Shorts, the platform's TikTok clone, is generating 30 billion views per day, which is 4 times more than last year. We've seen significant investment in online video, and there's been a ton of innovation, but there's a $2 billion logged in. There are 2 billion logged in viewers who visit YouTube every single month. Pauci says more people are creating content on YouTube than ever before, and the team remains very focused on trying to help innovate. TikTok doesn't disclose its daily numbers of views, but in October, it reached 1 billion monthly active users. Even if each user only watched one TikTok per month, that would give TikTok about 33 million views per day. But of course, it's safe to assume that most TikTok users watch way more than one video each month, so the actual figure is definitely way higher. Last year, YouTube introduced a $100 million creator fund for shorts, trying to woo TikTok stars into flocking over to their platform. Now that the platform is totally brand new, YouTube will test ads in shorts. Pichai said, man. Someone knows how to pronounce that name. Feel free to put it in the comment section. Anyways, this will also help YouTube get its ad revenue up. We are experiencing a slight headwind to revenue growth as shorts viewership grows as a percentage of total YouTube time. Parat said, we are testing monetization on shorts and early advertiser feedback, and results are encouraging. She added that the team is focused on closing the gap with traditional YouTube ads over time. Alphabet doesn't disclose specific subscriber numbers for products like YouTube Premium or YouTube Music, but Parat said that subscriber growth for those products was large enough to offset the decrease in Google Play revenue. In October, Google Play lowered developer fees to 15% or less for 99% of apps, down from 30% previously. While this impacted our short-term results, we think it's the right long-term approach to support the ecosystem, Mr. P said. Overall, Alphabet's revenue grew 20% year over year. As it turns out, people use Google a lot. That is the conclusion of that article. Professor Ras Natty, your take on this?
I think this is after they missed earnings, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that makes sense, right? So this is what I always talk about, Empras. Yeah. But this is what I always talk about, Empras, when I talk about
maybe that. When you talk about
bro hit me with a curveball.
What happened?
No, I hit myself with a curveball.
Oh.
But let me jump back into this, John, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the missing earnings, Empras, I spoke about how when you miss earnings and these different things, what's super important, even after missing earnings, to decide if the stock is going to keep falling or if it's going to, fall more, is guidance.
Right.
One episode I was stressing guidance. I was like, y'all don't think I understand. Like, it's almost like a relationship with these stocks, right? It's almost like a relationship, which is why they say shareholders and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a part of this, right? You're sharing in the benefits, you're sharing in the losses. So whenever I come out with earnings, and if I let you know, even if I had a good earnings or a bad earnings, no matter what the earnings is, I have to give you guidance, meaning that I have to tell you what we plan on doing moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the guidance? They say, yo, ad revenue of this much percent. Yo, we just introduced shorts. Shorts is doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to think about everything they just gave us right there. That is what I'm
They mentioned that they decreased the developer fee, which is abnormal in this time. Everything seems to be going up.
Right? So you hearing all the things they're throwing out.
And developer fees, when you hear that thing as an investor, that sounds more like guaranteed money, for sure money, like, you know, legit money versus like you depending on ad revenue from shorts and, you know, advertisers just not being there, advertisers actually scaling back or whatever the case is. Whereas apps are, you know, this ever growing thing, and, you know, the easier you make it on an app developer or developers in general, engineers, whatever, to, you know, get their apps on these platforms and things like that, they're going to engage, and they're usually going to engage with way more capital. So that is good to hear that they lower the prices.
Yeah, that's definitely a win-win, like I said. So that's just the importance of guidance. When you get those guidance, you able to decide, yo, I know we miss earnings. It's not good, but do I think that we looking up and up, or do I think that this is like, yo, this is just the beginning of the end? You feel me? So that's why, you feel me? So in this market, bro, you have to listen to earnings almost now. As a shareholder, you gotta be in these earnings call. You have to try to figure out what is going on with these companies you care about. Like I said, some people social traded, some people just chart and like whatever you may be doing, bro. That's fine and dandy, but you don't want to be chart. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're a day trader, you don't even matter if the company closed down. But I'm just saying, bro. You just want to, you just want to be. You want to be proactive, bro. You don't want to get caught in a weird situation where you start looking around, being like, "Damn, what I do now?" Right. So with the fact that YouTube or Alphabet came out with these different guidance situation, hey. If you a fan of and I like the chart. We're gonna have to do some charts in a little bit, but I like the charts from what I had seen from I think like last week. So I might hate the charts right now. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Right. Yeah, I don't even know. But everything is down though, right, Empress?
Yes. So
it gotta be a play on it somewhere. It gotta be a play there. How lower can they go? Unless it's a yearly or a quarterly. Should be a play on that board. So I'm gonna definitely check into that.
Yeah, and they also mentioned that year over year there's an increase in the amount of users gaining $10,000 or more in revenue.
About 40%, something like that.
Yeah, and then also they mentioned TikTok having that fund for the creators or whatever, but it doesn't seem like not necessarily viable, but efficient way to pay them. So some people look like they're not satisfied with the payouts or whatever the case is. So they threw that out there. Like, don't worry about TikTok. And then as far as the YouTube Shorts, yeah, that's definitely the next best way as far as convenience. Your workload being a lot shorter because these videos can only carry a capacity of 30 seconds at most.
I've been seeing some people do a little bit longer ones, but yeah,
no more than 5 minutes. I would argue.
Yeah, but so, at least a minute. They need to really stay under a minute.
I see growth there is what I'm really saying. As far as being able to have a long form video and then you can chop that up and make probably 50 to 100 shorts from that one video and be able to monetize that. So yeah, there's definitely growth there with the YouTube Shorts. So definitely YouTube, Google, the Alphabet company, looks like there's some growth after missing their earnings. But who knows?
So they give you either 15 seconds or 60 seconds.
And then the legitimacy of DuckDuckGo and, all these other companies that insisted that, they were going to be fair and what is it? I can't think of the word right now, but in so many words, they were insisting that you could trust them. And they kind of broke that wall of trust or that line of trust.
Mm-hmm.
They cut the rope of trust when we heard that they were taking stuff off of search engines. Like they were doing some of the same, they were participating in the same practices as Google when it actually came time to actually, show yourself. So I think maybe there is a realization to like the people that are logical and thinking like, all these companies are going to do what they have to do at the end of the day. It's not the user is come second. It's them first and then the user. So yeah, with that being said, I think Google is a place of growth. And what, did they split the stocks already? Is there Alphabet B already?
I need to go check.
Yeah, but we gotta check on that. If you guys are in the comment section or aware of the split, let us know. Don't forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Alrighty, mortgages have come to a screeching halt amid rising rates, a broker says. Rising mortgages are slowing the housing market, but prices could stay high for months, said Vivian Googler of Pacific Trust Group. Home prices increased nearly 20% in February compared to a year earlier, according to the S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller National Home Price Index. That was the third highest reading in the index's 35-year history. Gains of that magnitude may not continue for much longer, according to the managing director at S&P Dow Jones Indices, publisher of Case-Shiller. The post-COVID resumption of general economic activity has stoked inflation, and the Federal Reserve has begun to increase interest rates in response. Craig Lazaro said, "We may soon begin to see the impact of increasing mortgage rates on home prices." The average 30-year fixed rate mortgage hit 5.11% last week, according to Freddie Mac, surpassing 5% for the first time in more than 10 years. Marketplace host Kay Risdow spoke with Vivian Googler, Chief Financial Officer of Pacific Trust Group in Los Angeles, about what it means for the mortgage brokerage industry and the housing market. Kay Risdow, so we had you on a year ago. We went back and looked it up, and we've been talking to you now for 2 years, maybe a little bit more than that. And every single time we've gotten you on the phone, I've said, "How's business?" And you've said, "Oh my God, we're unbelievably busy." But is that still the case? Vivian Googler, "Oh my God, no. It's basically come to a screeching halt. Within the last, I'd say since the end of January, once rates started to go up and the pipeline has cleared, it just really slowed down. I don't imagine that that's great for your business, but honestly, a slightly lower housing market might not be a terrible thing, all things considered." No, I agree with you. The market was just too crazy. The low rates drove up too much business, too much demand, and the prices ultimately. So that had to be reeled in. And of course, increasing interest rates is one way of doing that. So ultimately, I think it will be a good thing, but we're just going to have to ride it out, at least I would say through this year, at least. Oh, wow, that long, really? I think so. I think rates are going to continue to rise. The Fed has already said that they were going to increase the prime lending rate in May, and I suspect they're going to continue to do so a bit through the end of the year. So just can't see them coming down, but we'll find out. Risdal will stipulate here that Los Angeles, where you and I are, is a ridiculous housing market, but the question on the broader national housing market is, how long do you suppose until the slowdown that you're seeing here, and I'm going to assume other people are seeing in other cities, how long until that does something on prices? I think it's going to take a while. We might see maybe prices go up through the year just a touch, but I just can't see them going down, whether it's in LA or nationally, at least within the next 9 months. It takes a while for the rate to really affect the market, and there's still no inventory, so that's keeping the demand up, and of course that keeps the prices up. Right. And to that inventory thing, I mean, look, if you're thinking about selling your house, but you've got a really nice mortgage rate, it's not like you're going to make that move and say, oh, yeah, I'll go from like 3.25% to 5% to 5.5%, 6% on my mortgage. I mean, what's going to be a deal breaker right there? I mean, that's going to be a deal breaker right there. There's no incentive for someone that has a 2.5 interest rate to sell their house, especially if you bought it within the last 10 years, because you've built up some equity and you've got a great rate. So if you were to sell, you'd have to go into at least a rate that's double what you have, and the price is going to be considerably more. And on top of that, you've got property tax, which has increased. So there's really little incentive, which I think is why we're not seeing a whole lot of inventory right now. People just don't want to sell. They have nowhere to go, you know. In a business proposition sense, what do you hear from your colleagues at bigger mortgage companies? Because it's quiet for you, it's quiet for a lot of people. And the mortgage business is a business. And if you haven't got the business, you don't need as many people, is where I'm going here. Right. Well, we've already seen several large mortgage banks close because volume is down, 60%, 70%. Everyone hired over the last few years, but there's just not enough work. So we're seeing layoffs now, unfortunately, across the board. So just to recap here, maybe 6 or 9 months before prices start responding. And after that, who knows? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think prices are going to come down considerably. I think they'll level, but I just don't see the market falling to any significant extent. There's a lot happening in the world through it all. Marketplace is here for you. That's the conclusion of that article. Sneaky guys. I want to add 2 things. Okay. So it sounds like they went Black Friday on steroids with the 0% or close to 0% rate for the mortgages. And now they've completely scaled back, and they're like, nah, in fact, we back national rate. You think it's 6%? Oh, you got a 0 last time? Oh, well, this one's 6% in order to cover. So it's like the people that were ready to purchase, and they, what is it? That divine intervention was able to play itself out, because that's what success is. It's preparation times plus opportunity equals success. So some people were successful at getting those lower interest rates or whatever, and if you were late to the party, you might get thrown at with a 6% interest rate. But I'm thinking, this is a national level. This isn't at a national level as far as like every state is abiding by the 6%. If you were to go to a place where the housing market demand is super low and you have a lot of inventory, is the mortgage still going to be at that high rate, or you can potentially find a rate at 2%, 3%?
Depends on the market. The rate will be different.
So depending on the market means depending on location?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so depending on demand and all those different things.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's all you had?
A little bit more, but right now I'm wigging.
Okay, I'm about to do that.
This is me right now. Right now I'm short. I'm doing a short, telling the people about making sure they watching the cast, man. Right now we talking about robbing. Robbing the people, man. Robinhood, they say they're robbing some folks. Here's why you need to leave Robinhood in 60 seconds. Robinhood is leaving all the people. They're dropping 9% of their rate, and they want to kill everybody. No, they don't. I just made that up.
Alrighty, guys. Alphabet, Robinhood, Meta, and more.
I'm trying to go viral, bro, on my shorts. Hold on, I gotta go check my short out. Robinhood is leaving all the people. They're dropping 9% of their rate, and they want to kill everybody. Here's why you need to leave Robinhood in 60 seconds. Robinhood is leaving all the people. They're dropping 9% of their rate, and they want to kill everybody. Here's why you need to leave Robinhood in 60 seconds. Robinhood is leaving all the people. They're dropping 9% of their rate, and they want to kill everybody. Here's why you need to leave. Yeah, but
I think you should do that voice. All right. The logo of Alphabet incorporated Google outside the company's office. Okay, wait. They're telling me captions anyways. Okay, Alphabet shares tumbled more than 6% in extended trading after Google's parent company reported an earnings miss. The firm reported earnings of $24.62 per share and revenues of $68.01 billion. Refinitiv analysts were expecting earnings of $25.91 and revenues of $68.11 billion. Robinhood shares of the retail brokerage fell more than 5% extended trading after Robinhood said it is cutting back on staff, according to a blog post from CEO Vlad Tenev on Tuesday. The company cited duplicate roles and job functions after it expanded last year. Microsoft shares dipped 0.4% in extended trading after Microsoft reported earnings that exceeded expectations. The tech giant reported earnings of $2.22 per share compared to $2.19 earnings per share expected by analysts, according to Refinitiv. Revenues came in at $49.36 billion versus the $49.05 billion expected. Emphasis Energy shares jumped more than 6% in extended trading after the solar tech company reported quarterly results. Emphasis reported earnings of 79 cents per share compared to analysts' expectations of 67 cents per share, according to Refinitiv. Meta stock price dropped more than 4% in extended trading following sharp declines for the NASDAQ composite and big tech names during the trading session. The social media company is expected to report quarterly earnings on Wednesday. Qualcomm shares of the semiconductor stock dipped 1.8% after hours, extending losses from the regular trading session. Qualcomm is expected to report quarterly earnings after the bell on Wednesday. Visa shares jumped 4.8% after the payments company posted an earnings beat on the top and bottom lines. Visa expects travel recovery will continue to boost growth. That is the conclusion of that article.
What's your thoughts on any of those stocks, especially Visa? No, not even especially Visa.
Okay, sure. Especially Visa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Visa shares jumped 4.8% after the payments company posted an earnings beat on top and bottom lines. Visa expects travel recovery will continue to boost growth.
Do you see a continued upside? Do you see that as just them buying the news? Or what would you see that as?
Or Visa just canceled their usage in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a space for Visa. Visa's globally recognized in comparison to other brands that do debit credit cards. But I'm saying it's iffy because Visa is... Well, you know what? I thought about it. Visa is amazing. Visa will work. And I'm saying that because crypto is allowing them to exist when you do things with fintech. Usually their cards are branded by Visa.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're offering hammers to people developing railroads.
Yeah.
So I think there's room for growth there. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as the namesake for sure. And what they saying about Qualcomm, they're saying they dipped
1.8% after hours.
They had some bad earnings, or what it was.
Expected to report Wednesday. Earnings after the bell on Wednesday.
Okay, so people probably see some weakness.
So they're not going to do it during the market like Twitter did.
But that might be something different. So maybe they started like this, and she was on the opposite end. So maybe what they're doing is they're selling the news. Because they already, I don't know. Maybe it's a punk fake. I don't know. What Meta on?
Oh, Meta's dropped 4%.
Yo, if y'all remember that old cast, y'all remember that clip of the lady that was appalled that they chose to do this shit in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Appalled.
She was disgusted by that. But yeah, so they did 4% after hours, and they caused a sharp decline for the NASDAQ composite, big tech names during the trading session. Social media companies expect to report quarterly earnings on Wednesday as well, but it might be in the middle of the market.
Yeah, the same thing with Twitter, right? So, because I know that's what's happening. A lot of these social sites, their earnings are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that's why they say Twitter is put in that weird spot, because either you're gonna take that Elon Musk deal, or your earnings was right on your fucking heel.
Ooh, and then you're gonna drop.
Right, you had, and then people are gonna sell off because you was gonna report negative earnings. There's no way. There's no way y'all got positive earnings. So y'all better.
Yeah, they've done way too much damage.
Unless they would have had some good guidance, though. Hey man, going forward, we're bringing everybody back on. We're tired of it.
Come on, Elon. Come on, Trump. Come on, Kanye.
So they could have definitely came out with some guidance that would have changed some shit up. But maybe they ain't want to do that. So they was like, yo, we ain't gonna come up with no good guidance. We're gonna come out just like bro from Peloton. Peloton fell, bro came out from Peloton. They was like, hey, what you gonna do, OG? You're like, man, we're gonna do the same stuff. We still got a bunch of products. Like, no, you don't, bro. We don't want no more bikes. You don't got nothing, but you ain't gonna invent something new. They're like, no, bro, we got a bunch left. What? So yeah, a lot of people. So then after that earnings, they kept falling. The guidance wasn't good guidance. Nobody wanted to know, bro. That's not working. That hasn't worked before.
Same thing with Netflix.
If
there's no guidance as far as you're saying no one's sharing passwords anymore, but like, okay, what else?
Yeah, like what's the actual guidance?
Because your main focus seems like hacking down. I mean, hunkering down on people that aren't paying for the service, but it's like, is that really worth it, or should you try to just grow your subscribers? Because you just cutting people off is just lowering your viewership even more.
Which is why I think I heard him say something about doing something free.
With ads. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's some good guidance.
And they don't believe in that model at all. Netflix never believe in free. That they used to always be something that they used to always say back in the day. They never believe in free. But just like Pat showed, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but he showed Netflix saying it back in the days. Sharing a password is love or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's a tweet.
What?
Yeah, I felt like that was a trolling of their own doing. Like, that was the most idiotic thing, and that shit did not age well. Because I feel like they said that like during a weird time, like maybe during protests or somewhere it was like BLM, LGBTQ, like just some. I'm not even gonna put a subjective adjective in front of it, but some movement of some sort. They probably put that out there. It felt like it was a good time to do this. Yeah, share your password. And now inflation is hit and everything has come along. And they're like, we thought about it, bro. Sharing the passwords, bro, that's causing us to lose a lot of our money, bro. Don't share the passwords anymore. Like it's just, what do you call it? It's cyclical. It's a turn the tide. It's that pendulum swing and the Hermetic 7 principles. Like niggas gonna switch sides. In the end, like it's inevitable. It's a law. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, they've been saying something about weak man make hard times make weak man, and it's just a cycle. Hard times make weak man. Weak times make weak man, nigga. Weak man make hard times.
Weak times expose.
This man right here trying to change shit.
Wait, what?
Weak
times
make weak man. Weak man make strong times. Strong times make weak man. Strong man make weak times. And just keep on going around from strong to weak.
Okay.
So at one point you're going to start out weak because the society is weak and it weakens you.
Mm-hmm.
But in that being done, strong man come along. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in doing that, not strong man, because strong man don't come along. It's weak. Because you weak and the society weak, hard times come. Nobody can eat, nobody can do nothing. In that situation, it's just like the 100, right? In that situation, now we have to find some way to survive,
mm-hmm.
which makes strong people.
Mm-hmm.
But in people being strong and those times being strong, it eventually makes weak people. People start breaking. And then those people that become weak make weak times. And then keep on going around and 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 around. Round and around we go. That used to be you that used to sing that song when you used to dance.
No.
I did remember you do like round and around we go. Round and around we go.
It's at 38.8.
You said that was not you. Yeah, I'm supposed to be chart watching. They already know it. They've been waiting for me this whole time. So we done with our arts. Okay. So yeah. Usually when I at night, I usually just go solo. But I still love the 3, man. I love me 3. No, I said I love the 3. I was saying usually sometimes I go solo, but I like the 3 better because I can see more. All right, so can you go to the 1 minute good? No, so you good for right now. And then for the middle one, can you go to the next uptrend? It just hit the 1 hour. So the next one is a 2. 37.7. And then can you show me the next down trend really? But yeah, over there, can you just go to the 4 hour first? Since you ran through everything I went. So that's how the 4 hour looking. All right, 4 hour setting up good. And then can you go to the daily? I want to see if he done being worked. Matter of fact, we didn't even exactly. Yeah, it was.
Wait, is it just stuck right here or is it not done?
It was confused. You see how it started going back up? Yeah. So this is 3 days. It's 3 days down right now, right? Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's what happened. So that day
it just started. So.
Huh?
This day technically just started, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. That day hasn't been calculated for. But that day before, so the first green candle.
Oh, okay, got you. Is the max right here?
Yeah.
Well,
no, the first green candle.
Right.
The first, in the downtrend. You see that the candle right there? That candle was all the way at the top. It went all the way to the bottom. But because we reversed it, like I said, because this is what caused the downtrend. Before this motherfucking daily shit was still at the top. As soon as we went in the downtrend, this little red candle.
What are you talking about, for the 4 hour or what?
For this daily, for the daily.
As soon as we went in the downtrend, you said.
So right here. So the minute that this downtrend got hit, right, this candle was still. So even though it looks a little different, this shows after. So this is a lag indicator, right? So when this candle was actually being hit, this first big John, this John was all the way up here. It went from all the way up here to all the way down here. That's how they worked this out, because this don't move until this gets used. That's how they worked it out. So boom, they worked it out, and then they got a reverse once they got to the bottom. And then they tried to go back up, and then I was like, man, that's a bad move. Because the reason why I said it was a bad move is because we had to use all the time frames to get back here.
Oh, yeah.
So we had already flipped the 4 hour and everybody.
Yeah.
So now he's going to be the only one working still.
So let me see the 4 hour.
So yeah, I was like, that's a bad move. But right now, this is like not a better setup, but a better setup to go test and then retrace.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. And look how long this one went. 5 times 3 candles, like 15 candles right here. So yeah, this one got hit pretty fast. That's crazy.
But you know that don't really mean nothing. That setup is like, I'll tell you, sometimes those Johns is just like, say if these dots wasn't here, you wouldn't look at it like that. Right?
With that daily?
What you mean?
You're saying if the dots weren't here, I wouldn't look at this crazy?
Yeah. Oh, you want to look at what crazy? That long ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this candle. And I'm like, damn, this candle like this on a daily. What the fuck happened on these 4-hour, 2-hour time frames? Something had to happen fast. Because this is a huge candle. I guess this is a big one too.
Yeah, that candle not too big. It's a regular candle. Like it's not even that much bigger than the green one right next to it.
Nah, but like when you see this, you usually expect a candle that look like this or a candle like this. You know, something small because this is a big candle. But when you get big candle next to each other on a daily, you like, bro, what is going on with the volatility?
Oh yeah, but we know what went on.
Oh yeah, for sure. The 2-hour, 4-hour, once those trying to get hit, and if they're not overbought or oversold, overextended, they will move.
And then zoom out on the daily.
Testing.
Right. So no matter what you want to happen or what you don't want to happen, the minute you drop that goddamn time frame, they going to see the bottom. And now what I was telling you is that there's another line under here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because that John obviously passed it because it's not on the chart.
Are you talking about 37.7?
Yeah, it's a number over here that they already passed. So this bottom candle though, you see this bottom, what's that number? 37.
712?
7 like 37.4.
This right here?
The John that I'm over right now?
Oh, okay. 37.489. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's the bottom. Okay, right here. We can just use this number. 37.5.
Mm-hmm.
So because we dropped all of those,
you're testing that.
This is the next test. This is what I always try to tell you. Like all the numbers are already on the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people be trying to make up wild ass numbers, like bro, I don't know who taught you this shit, bro. But if it goes there, then it can go anywhere, nigga. If it's just arbitrary. What you mean?
Like trading view or somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you on another weird John getting weird numbers. That shit is all arbitrary. But I'm telling you for sure, based on our science, I knew. Like I said, I kept on telling Empras yesterday, if we can't hold this, then we gotta go test this. If we can't hold that, then you feel me? That's just how I do things. But yeah, maybe somebody else could look at somebody else and maybe they might see it earlier. Maybe they might see it later. I don't know. You know, I ain't standing on knowing. I'm just trying to show y'all what I do know.
Google looks like they have 2 of them.
Yeah,
there's
you
Google
might.
with the L, and then there's Google without an L.
Nah,
same price.
You might want to go, but just go to take it off the grid.
Solo. Okay.
Even though I like the grid because I can see other shit, but and then wait, and then like, what does John say? Both of them Nasdaq?
Yes, equity Nasdaq. One has a G, one has a L. Should I go to the one that's starred?
The one, yeah, that's the one that I probably always go to.
Alright, so the woman that wants to go up 2 minutes.
More than likely, I was about to say, yeah, to go big because more than likely all those guys already got hit. Okay, that's what it is.
Where's that?
Mm-hmm. And mind you, this is what I was telling you last time. Go to the monthly. This is a lag indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. The RSI is all at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's perfect. So that means that it's not going to be used too much more. So then what else? They got the quarter. Yeah, yearly. Yeah. This right here is a buy. And it's a buy based on what? based on this, if you're day trading it on a site that you can sell, the next downtrend is so far that by the time that it gets to that, you should be able to open up a sell for any of those positions. So none, like there's nothing in this chart that I see that's affecting a buy. If you want to wait because it's a monthly downtrend, be my guest, because I don't know a number that they're going to test. Can you, if Empras, you can zoom out a little bit? Damn, I'm always forgetting I got my mouse too. Shit so far. I need to get another.
I see your phone.
Rubber board, baby.
So what? Do you want to put it on the main screen or you got it?
Nah, yeah, you could just leave it right there. Yeah, it's really my mouse that I was having a problem with.
Oh, it's Google with an L. You looking at Google without the L on Cash App? There's no dividend yield. Not interested. Oh shit! I just closed your jar.
But yeah, you can go to the desk.
Same thing. What's the difference?
I don't know. It gotta be something slight. I'm going to look into that boy. Like I said, I like it. Can you go to the minute? We already see those.
Oh, did you see what price is testing?
Exactly. Nah. Yeah.
What would it be? All the way down here?
We gotta know.
Oh yeah, because we gotta go check these ones. Right?
Yeah, they gotta be somebody that failed. Why you going back so much? Are you going?
What? I don't see. Oh, okay. This one?
All those failed, yeah. So you can go to even the daily. Do you already do the daily? Yeah, go zoom out. Did you already do the weekly? Yeah, see, all these are numbers. So zoom in a little bit. So yeah, this is the first green. So yeah, eventually it's looking to go back up. If it goes back up and fail, then it's going to test the quarterly, more than likely, or it might just be trying to exhaust itself. So it's two different options.
The monthly, you mean?
No, the quarterly. It's already in the monthly downtrend.
Oh, so you're saying testing to go back? I mean,
we're
go down.
testing the weekly. If we don't pass the weekly, then we're going to test the quarterly, meaning that we're going to see
okay, I see what
if we can hold the levels.
Got you. So we're testing this. If this fails, then
yeah, because that'd technically be the first red fail that we had in this whole setup right here.
That would be
the only red pass we had. Yeah.
You said this is technically the only red pass?
Yeah, on the weekly chart.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this whole weekly. You change time frame.
Oh wait, hold on. What are you saying? I'm missing it.
This is the weekly. This
okay. I see with these and these. I'm thinking you're saying this is only pass as far as what these breasts tested. I'm like, wait, babe, this is a red pass on this one. All right, I got what you're saying.
So zoom out on the daily. Yeah, see
daily?
The weekly is gonna have to get into that same setup. You see that setup right there?
It's not in it already?
Where?
This whole thing is set up just the same way, right? Wait, what do you mean by set up?
This is it's set up the same way, dude?
No, this red is way bigger, but I don't know. I still understand what the term setup means.
What do you mean setup? It means settings. It means setup. It means how it look. Like, what's the setup? What's the settings? And I'm telling you that go to the 4. Go to the 4. Now, do you see that? Oh, you don't. Yeah, these are little ass greens getting dominated. Every time these little ass greens get dominated, we go to lower lows and lower lows and lows. Go to the weekly. That hasn't happened on the weekly yet. Every time the red come down,
That's not a little green.
Babe, you don't even got to zoom in. Look at the chart. They're gonna show you the highest point on the chart, and that's a green. That's a green uptrend. That's the highest point on the chart. So where did the red beat the green? Where did the red stop the green from going back up ever? If the highest point on the chart is this green dot that was right before this red downtrend happened. You see that? You see what I'm talking about, right? Our highest point on the chart literally just happened about a week or so ago, right? So this drop right here is just a drop. It's just nothing. Because what determines anything is if we have another green come and if he pops up again. But usually me and you say that if they drop this level, meaning that if the red defeats the green, because the red technically defeated the green right now, right? We would say. But you can't sell until the green goes up and fail. That's the only way you can open up a sell. This right now could just be a red defeating a green defeating a red defeating a green defeating a red till it pops all the way up and go green. Because we're still in the green setup. All right, from the bottom all the way down here, you see for $1,400, nigga, we have been kicking ass on this weekly chart. Right? So this is a green setup. So even though the red has passed technically, and you could say, yo, T, this red right here defeated the green behind it. Cool. But you still can't sell though. Like you don't have a sell position to open. What you can open is nothing. So you could wait for the chart to go back up, and if it fails to set a higher high, then now you know that you can sell. But before that, you're only you can get tricked actually. This could be a grade A motherfucking whale move where they get you to start thinking something is going down. And what is that right now? 23?
23.73.
Okay. Yeah. This is a whale move, bro. It's a whale move. But like I said, when you see the chart, you'll be able to see how we get down here, bro. Once you fail these shits, bro, you have to go test lower lows. So if you see right here on the daily, yes, ma'am. So they went to a lower low than they did before.
So now this one, you're saying you have to wait for that green.
If
it doesn't surpass,
then you can open up a sell with confidence.
But this is a wait of what?
What do you mean?
Months, 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, it don't matter. I'm just telling.
What is this?
I'm just telling you when you can confirm a sell. Anything before that is why people say that whales are doing things. Because you was rushing into a play. But if you wait for the setup, like think about the person that waited for the setup way at 1,400. Think about the person that waited for the setup even right here on this goddamn 2 hour. Go back.
I'm on the 2 hour.
Yeah, I'm telling you to go backwards.
To 4 hour?
No, stay on the 2 hour. Yeah.
Oh, go back on the 2 hour.
Yes, baby.
Okay,
that's why when you told me you was on the 2 hour, I said, yes, go back. Go back. All right, boom, right there. You see that first red after we went from that two, down right there. Somebody could have gotten to a sell right there. But it's no need to. Because you know what you're going to get? The opportunity for that green to go up.
And get a higher one. And
then you can get a sell eventually. There's no need to rush into nothing because look, it's still falling. It's still falling. It's still falling over there, right? Now back up. Keep on backing up. Yeah, now look at the green. Same difference.
This one?
But back up, because I want to show it to you. Right here, stop. You see that first green at 2,400 look like?
Right here?
Yep, you see it, right? See how he goes up? Because I was just telling y'all about where green defeat, red defeat, right? But you see how the red come down kind of far. It looked like he beat it. but then the green go back up because they held it. And then the red come back down. It let the red beat it again. Look how low those reds is. But they didn't. It's in the same setup because look, we started from 2-4 and nobody has beat 2-4 yet. Nobody's really defeated nobody. It's just in a green setup, and right now we're consolidating. Right? And if you stayed in this consolidation phase, you end up getting this higher high all the way up here. That's what I'm trying to show you. So that's what I'm telling you about on the weekly. You don't want to jump in and think it's a sell because it's going down and it technically defeated it, because the next green could show you, oh, nah, they're just playing in between ranges right now. Right? Because they about to go up to the next level again, and they about to, you feel me? So this chart is shit, bro. Once you really understand TA, they can't trick you no more. I hear a lot of people say, whales doing this, whales doing that. They're not doing that, bro. They're just smarter. That's what, like, can you say somebody's smarter?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just the house always wins. It's because they're just in control. They know what the fuck's going on. They have like access to dark pools. They have access to information that your typical trader doesn't have. So,
nah, what you saying?
I'm saying they have access to like their brokerage accounts. In other words, where's all the actual purchases being made? Where are they being made at? What bank accounts are putting the most in? How much does that bank account actually hold right now? Is this person going to be able to invest? Like, there's a whole bunch of different data points that they have that you as someone in front of the stage as an audience or a spectator don't have. But if you are a technical analysis, it puts you behind the curtain where these drops aren't whale games. It's fucking the weekly and the data getting hit, and those are
so that's what I'm saying. So why are you saying the house always wins? Because I don't believe that at all. Based on my
the house always wins. In other words, whoever owns the house, whoever has ownership of the house wins. So that means whoever has the information can make the predictive algorithmics like plays.
Yeah, I think you should say that, because when you start saying dark pool, that seems like, because I don't think that has nothing to do with nothing either.
Well, I'm just saying dark pools as in that's information that your typical trader, retail trader, is not going to have any information on. In other words, I'm not saying only brokers have dark pool information, but very few people understand the dark pool and how it works. So even if they are entitled to, not entitled, but are availed this information, it's like if you don't have the understanding or wherewithal to understand the information behind it, well, what do you have? It's just a tool you don't know how to use.
Yeah, I ain't not gonna use this when I heard that word. Like, you know me, I'm just completely TA, and I believe that if you know how to read numbers and look at charts, you don't.
Yeah, when you're a technical analysis person and you understand indicators and so on and so forth, I associate you with the house. You are a part of the house.
Yeah,
in other words, you have information.
Say that because you know people already got notions
of what the house is.
If you listen to Joe Dispenza, words have memories associated to them. I think when people hear that, they say, yeah, it's just like what Elon said. It's just a hustle.
Well, let's think about it. Why does the house always win?
I don't believe that. That's what I'm trying to ask you. What are you saying? And like, I'm trying to explain to Elon, and you're doubling down. So what are you saying? You just explain your point then.
The house always wins because they have information that the trader, the bettor, the casino attendee does not have.
What does that mean? The house is like, I don't know what that means. Like,
they're behind the curtain running the show. So you as an audience member, you don't know what's going on next unless maybe you've been here before and you have information. So that makes you a part of the house. You're a dedicated member. You know what's going to happen in the story. But for a spectator,
woman, like, I don't know if it's because you're a woman you're doing that, babe, but we're doing, like, everybody's doing that now. Now you're telling me that me walking in just because I understand how to play the game and I understand how to win my way, I'm part of the house?
Yes.
Babe, that's not reality. In reality, nigga, if the house sees me doing that, the house tell me I can no longer gamble in this shit because I've figured out the system. That's why everything is done. Because they
think so.
That's what happens. Huh? That's not thinking. I know what happens. And I watch movies and I listen to actual books.
Yeah, that happens.
It happens all the time.
There's also the situation where it's like, hey, my guy, why do you know? Like, you need to come work for us or we're going to put you in jail. Like
That's
those
what
type of situations.
Well, that's the same difference. A nigga is fucking jailing you.
Because you know things that the house knows, which is them trying to make you a part of the house. But touche, I get what you're saying. There's already an attribute.
The police trying to make you part of the police by putting you in their car and locking you up in jail. But baby, come on.
Yeah, it's called slavery. Loophole.
See, babe, that's what I'm saying. You saying stupid as shit. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. They're trying to make you a police by locking you up in jail, and it's called slavery. What the fuck is being a police?
What do they call informants?
What the fuck does being a police have to be in a slavery? You keep on saying shit. It's like you're getting dumber and dumber as you saying shit. You're telling me that the house takes you in because they want you to be a part of the house, and I'm telling you that. Well, in that same reference, that means the police lock your ass up because they want you to be a police. That's not the reference.
No, they want you to be a part of their labor force.
What fucking labor force are you for the police officers? Because I'm confused.
Say that again?
What labor force are you as an arrested person for the police officers? What are you talking about?
The police officers are working for the people that are in charge at the head, but at the head, there's military gear that needs to be made.
Huh?
There's parachutes that need to be sewed up. There's things that need to be done. And who are you saying is in charge of these efforts?
Military people. They don't let nobody fuck with their gear, nigga. You got to be in the military to even roll a parachute. What are you talking about?
Yeah, to roll it, but who's stitching it together?
What, bro? No, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Who you saying stitching it together?
Inmates.
You making shit up. Everybody's like, why are you doing that? I've never heard that story.
We watched a video where a guy from England was talking about how the U.S. cannot use, I guess, like forced labor or whatever, servitude, something of that nature. You cannot use that to make products that will be exported. You can only use that labor on products that are in-house, made in the U.S., stay in the U.S. If they're exported, forced labor cannot be used.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was saying. He was saying the military gear and military just apparel, all that stuff is usually outsourced to prisons.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, the police officer per se, you and the police, you're not going to be working in the same office as a police officer, but eventually you become a part of that payroll system. We're paying for you, we're housing you, we're doing all this stuff for you in order for you to offer us labor, pennies on the dollar, like tiny amounts of money being paid to these inmates. If anything.
Bro, you are... This is... All right. Just one question. Who runs these prisons? Because this seems like this mythical white man character that you're talking about.
Who runs the prisons?
Yeah, you're talking about they making military gear for military niggas because they want, like, they want them to be a part of their labor force, bro.
Wait, so like, what are you saying? Are you saying the 13th Amendment isn't a loophole for forced labor or labor of any sort?
I don't even
Once
know.
you become a convicted felon or any type of prison long stint inmate, are you saying that they don't force them to do labor that eventually goes out into the general public or to the military or things of that nature?
They can do as much forced labor as they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they are arrested because they want them to be a part of their labor force. That's all I'm saying. I just think that notion sounds preposterous.
No, they're not arrested, but they know that black people or minorities are an easy arrest because the likeliness of them doing something illegal is a lot higher than a white guy. So they usually target black people to arrest them.
White people commit more crimes. 73% of the crimes in America.
But it's hard to convict them.
Hey, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. They have a bigger population. The thing is, the laws are geared at black people. Like when they say, yo, you selling cocaine, that's straight, but hey, you got that crack? Nah, you tripping, Joe. You get the fuck off the street. That's what the laws do, but it's not about convict who will convict not. If you do something wrong, nigga, you get convicted. If you don't have a lawyer, one of my favorite rappers, he's melanated. I don't really play the white black game because the king said until the skin is no more important than blah blah. Right? So that's what the type of level I'm on. But one of my favorite rappers, a black brother, he said capital made it a lowercase, and I firmly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I firmly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm telling you. I see people all the time. I'm like, man, that motherfucker should be in jail. Goddamn, that motherfucker free to the motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying as far as black or white. As long as you have capital, you can find your way out of a sentence or a lower sentencing. But in most cases, black people usually don't have the capital. White people do usually have the capital.
See, there's more white people on all these government assistance than the black people. I just think we have a misnomer of white people. White people are right behind black people. I think that's a
terrible comparison to make, because that would mean the entire black population would have to be on welfare to even compete with the entire population of the white community.
No, I'm talking about per capita though. I'm talking about per capita in any state. Per capita, white people, poor whites have always been poorer than poor blacks.
Yes, there's more white dots to fill up the squares than black dots. Even if we were to fill every square with black people, it would not mass to half of their people. Like, can we make the comparison there when there's more white people in the United States of America?
There's more white people in the United States than Indians too.
So what does that mean?
It's less of them
on welfare.
Yeah. It's less of them divorce. It's less of them. I'm telling you, white people aren't successful. White people are right behind black people because they got that same belief you got. They say, yo, black people did this. Same way you saying. I think that's nonsensical bullshit.
What am I saying white people did?
I don't know. You tell me white dots here and white dots to fill in here and that. This is why that is
No, you're making the comparison that there's more white people on welfare. And I'm like, is that a stat to... like worth even quoting? Because it's like, what are you trying to say? That a bigger population has more people on welfare? Well, yeah, that's going to happen every time.
I'm saying per capita. Bigger population has nothing to do with per capita. That means that per 1,000 people. So like if we do a group of 1,000 fucking people, the number of white people versus black people is higher on the white people side. It's not about having 1,000 billion white people versus 10 black people and saying, hey, look, no, it's not. It's per capita. I just want number versus numbers. Just number versus numbers, bro. What does this subset of people say in this two groups with even numbers? I'm just even in the numbers, same amount of fucking groups, same amount of people, and I'm just trying to get a stat. I don't care about all this number big and number small, bro. That's why they have per capita. They want people to understand, yeah, bro, you can say all that fly shit, but per capita. Like I was telling some, I don't even want to bring this up.
So if you're saying that it was 10 people, 5 being black, 5 being white, you would say 3 out of the 5 black would have been on welfare, and then 5 out of the 5 white would have been on welfare with the per capita statistic that you're putting out there.
That's how per capita is set up more so.
Okay.
Than just saying random stuff is random stuff, because yeah, you can say that. You can say, well, it's more of them, it's more of them. Okay. Fair enough. But like I said, I think the problem is because every time somebody tell me about white people, they tell me about the house, they tell me all these weird stuff. I'm like, yo, what does that mean? Truly.
But can we add something else? Because we continuously address this issue of black people having this egotistical demeanor when it comes to welfare and getting help from the white man or the system. Right? So with that being said, statistically speaking, could we even quote that? Because white people look at it as, I'm an American, I pay my taxes, I do this, and the third. I have a right to these resources when I need them because I'm doing my part civically. Whereas a black person, whether they're doing their part or not, something in their mind is so battered and triggered by getting aid from the white man that they'll like negate themselves from those resources even though they need them desperately. So like statistically speaking, if we look at that, like we would say 50% of black people don't want to endure any type of welfare, so they work hard or whatever and make sure they avoid that route, right? Now we're down to another 50%. Yeah, because that's that 2% that are not on welfare. The lucky ones that made it somewhere as far as wealth, and then the ones that have...
What do you mean lucky ones? Who lucky ones?
Not lucky, but what do you call those people?
I'm just looking at it simple.
Those chosen people, or I don't know how you want to label. E.T. to LeBron James and all in between. Those people, they're not going to be on welfare because they just make way too much money to be on welfare, right? So that part of the Black community, I'm giving the 1 out of the 5. And then I'm giving the other 1 out of the 5 the egotistical trigger situation of being on welfare. Just messes them up.
Yeah, man, you got a different view of this shit. I don't know. A lot of the financial research you do is like you don't apply it to like what we're talking about on a daily. Because you're saying this, but do you understand that Black people don't have financial education? You're saying this, but you know that Black people don't know how to build credit. It's not about egotistical, nigga. You just don't know what you don't know about. Jamal speaks about exposure. He said a lot of the shit that he's on now is because he went to his fucking friend spot. I'm just telling you, like, I don't think people understand. Right? I think we're exposed to white people too much, is why we failures. Indians, they're exposed to culture. They believe in culture. They believe in different things, which is why they're successful. Same thing with Jews. Right? It's just every time you can say that, like, even people like that, that's why I don't like the concept. That's why every time you saying the house wins and this and that and this and this, I'm like, why are you changing the concept? Say, yeah, you a part does if you know. No, you're not, nigga. The house is the house, nigga. The house is the house. You can have your house, but the house or whatever different little situation, like, it seemed like you're trying to say that whoever controls the trading app can control everything. It's like everything just seems.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying about the house, though. You're saying the house controls stuff. If they make you part of the house,
They're privy to things that the general public is not, because they are behind the curtain running the show. So they have information that you don't have. You just don't have it because you're not them. Like, you're not running the system.
What's the importance of that, though? Like, what do they know that? Like, I'm saying, like, what do they know?
What's the importance of it?
Yeah, what are they doing?
You develop an algorithm like we did. Like, what? You have an algorithm now. You have bots trading for you. You have certain measures and numbers that you put into play. If this amount of people is in the market.
What are you saying, though? That's from, what are you saying that's from?
That's from data points that they have in their database from their traders or whoever's on their exchange. Not exchange. We call it exchange? The brokerage.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's literally what we're doing as far as with our indicators, with our experiences, with our studies. We're literally developing an algorithm. If this and that.
Yeah, but you're creating a false pretense by telling me that this is what the exchanges are doing. This is what great traders do. This is not what the exchanges are doing. This is not what the house are doing. Okay. The house is trying to stop you. They're trying to stop you. You're creative. I'm trying to stop you. It's not about trying to, oh, that's what you do? Come over here. Yeah, come over here so I can stop you. It's all about stopping you, right? It's not about trying to see, yo, can you do this? Can you do that? That's why people don't want to work for these weird businesses where...
Because they want to control everything.
Yeah, people want freedom, bro. People want to just randomly think of some shit. That's why a lot of these, like Y Combinator and these different services, and these are like... Damn, my eyes hurting, so I forgot the word, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, as far as the fact that they want to control you, it's just like a toxic relationship where it's like, nah, bro, you good at what you do, but I need you right here doing it. And it's like, nah, but I want to do it over here. I fuck with you though, bro. You doing some positive shit. We got like-minded ideas, but I want to do it over here. And it's like, no. If you want to do it over there, bro, I'm going to fucking arrest you and make your life miserable.
Like, everything is too subjective to us, bro. There were a lot of people saying that right now, bro. People just need to just start going back to church, start just getting some foundation. Right, everything's too objective. But yeah, I see what you're saying as far as I just don't like when we use terms that's already associated with bad things, because the person that hears it, and we have to be very, very careful as very cautious as communicators, because people hear things and they turn things off. They say, oh, they said the house went. I told y'all that, bro. This shit don't be working like that. Yeah, bro, niggas will get you anytime. He said, no, I'm talking about the house. You the house. I'm not the house, bro. Like, you can't convince people of bastardized terms. I don't know. Maybe you can, but it's just weird. Elon Musk tried it with it's a hustle. It's a hustle. And it turned out bad. It turned out bad for him. And he probably ain't mean it in no weird way.
Yeah, because everybody want to be a hustler, but nobody want to get hustled.
So we want it to be a hustle. Goddamn, because we know it's a hustle in a sense, because the reason why he's saying it's a hustle,
once you say it out loud, it just materializes, and it's like, oh no, I'm entering into the risk of getting hustled. No, bro. Because the reason why he's saying it is because, bro, it went from such and such sense to such and such sense in such a short time. But like, if you're in the mind frame, because you are innately a hustler, you like, bro, this is a hustle. But once you tell all the randomness that was thinking this is an investment, this is going to be something big, it's going to get to $1 million.
It changes everything.
It ruins the whole game. Like, you just let the cat out the box.
Yes, man. And I'll tell you, that's why you got to be careful with words and shit, bro. Words, I don't know, bro, it conveys so much different ideas.
Yeah, this language is bastardized.
Bastardized,
sure. Bro. You'll be here forever just like, no, that's not what I meant by that. It's like, what? Yes, like, that's what that is. Like, but that's not what that meant. It's like, how do you verbalize it? And before you know it, you'd rather just have like 5 basic functions: hi, food, bathroom. Yeah. But yeah, words allow for an interesting world.
Yeah, but I can see Amazon real fast. I think it's AMZN. Yeah, I'd never be knowing the ones that be over like 3. Over 3.
It just hit the weekly. Green fell.
Yeah. So that means that if this green fell, that means that it's going to test one of these earlier points. Exactly. So it'll be probably halfway through it. What number that is? Go down. Under the bottom of that green dot.
Which green dot?
The first one.
The very first one by 1,000?
No, all the way over there. So the last subsection, but the first green dot.
Here.
Yes, man.
2,657.
All right, so that's the number we're trying to stay above. But the weekly got some more work to do.
They could play it.
So now go to the you go down. It's a dot under that. So you go down.
Go down?
Yeah, that dot right there in the middle that you go hovering above.
Right.
Let me show you. This is line right here. Down, you know what I mean. Alright, this down right here. This little middle, bro.
So wait, this one right here.
What do you mean?
This dot.
You just moved it. This middle one right here. This is the middle spot. You see where the line running through that dot?
There's a lot of dots. So this line right
here.
here.
You're moving the line. I have the line right in my hand.
Oh, okay.
And it's running through the dot right now.
What do you need, date or price?
I'm telling you, that's the dot. That's the line. That's the next price that we're testing. That's what did it say? 2.5.
2.7. No, hold on. Move this, babe. All right. So you saying where?
It's the middle dot right there in the middle spot.
Man, you keep saying middle dot. There's so many dots on here. What is middle? Are you talking about the SARS?
the thing. You just know it. You can see where I'm going. Like this John, right? This dot, right? This a dot right here.
Yeah, it's a SAR.
She's like, you want to say names?
Yeah, and what? Do you need this price? Why are you saying this price, bro? It's so confusing. 2,549.
Yeah,
You said it's about to go to 2,500?
No, I don't know what number it's going to. These are the numbers that we're testing, Empress.
Yes, testing is what I meant.
Yes, if you failed this number and this green just failed, the bottom green is what we're going to test. And you told me that was at 2.6 or something like that. And I told you if we pass that, if that get dropped, then the next one is 2.5. That's why I went to this middle dot. That's the next most likely target for it to hit. And it's right on the actual EMA, which is a 200-day EMA. So it all makes sense anyways to me. But just from that middle dot, I was able to see and just get those data points. And you see what the middle dot is. I'm right on top of it.
Yes, but why that dot?
Look at what he's talking about. It's the next down section. It's the next red. That matter of fact, and it's the actual red candle. It's an actual big red candle.
Yeah.
But it's the next red spot that's lower than my fail. Yeah, see, you want me to see? I know you don't know what you be looking at now. You see this whole setup right here. You see this subsection over here? This green fail. All of these reds are above this green. So I mean, I'm not testing none of these reds.
Oh my gosh, why was I so confused just
all
now?
These reds.
I was too in. I need to zoom the photo.
I failed right here. So all of these are my subsets. So now the next one I go test is this bottom boy. And if I can't hold him, then I go test this middle guy. The reason why I go test this middle guy, because he's important in a weird way, because he's still right here on my 200-day EMA, which is at what, 2.5 what?
2.596.
This is how you get your numbers. So when the guy jumped on and said something going to 2.7, I'm like, yeah, it's a fail on the baby. I mean, you hear me? It's all fails. It's no magic. It's no magic, and that's why even now.
Yeah, it's magic when you don't know the words.
Exactly. If you don't understand why is it going there, what is it going to test? Oh, because if you understand, we just want to set an extreme high. We're just cooling off. When you get a cool off period, this is what happened. Think about BTC. Me and Empress watched it happen. The weekly is what dragged us down back to these numbers. Was at like 50 something before that weekly fucking hit. Just telling you, you don't play with downtrend. But that monthly hit. Go to the monthly on BTC real quick. Matter of fact, nah, just stay right here. You go to PayPal really fast. Hold on, matter of fact. So, did we already run through Amazon?
Yeah.
All right, so everything
just hit. Monthly is trying to go up.
Okay.
Quarterly. Ooh, so this gonna be a sassy one.
This right on the quarterly head. What's the number? It might seem close, but it's a quarter.
2671.
Exactly. See?
Ooh.
Now that just doubled back down to that weekly where I was just telling you about. We have to hold 265 or something. Y'all just see how the magic word.
No.
Yeah, that's the second one.
657.
657, and what's the quarterly down?
2671. So quarterly's gonna be a hit. But quarterly's exhausted.
And that's why we may just hit it
fast
to test it.
And that's what I'm saying, because they could also this.
What do you mean?
They could use this if they want to.
Use it and do what?
The monthly?
Use it and do what?
Oh, go up and have people thinking it's up. Like, okay, it's up from here, and then the quarterly is right there because it changes. Oh no, it just started. Right?
Yeah, you can't do that with the monthly. Nah, the monthly don't work like that. The monthly only works like that if there's a weekly or a quarterly uptrend. The monthly never just randomly brings something up or brings something down. You have to find a catalyst to them. You have to get a 1 minute or 2 minute. It's somebody that takes you to somebody.
Oh yeah.
You can't just use the monthly. So the monthly is pointless in this situation.
And a weekly
because that weekly just hit. So that monthly is super pointless.
Ooh, that's
only thing that changes, I'm telling you, is this quarterly. Go to the yearly, matter of fact. Yeah, only thing that changes is the quarterly. Once the quarterly hits, the quarterly is out of the way. The only thing that saves you. All right, the only thing that saves you, the monthly could do nothing. Bro, like I don't know if y'all know the impossibility.
Monthly's in a hard place right now.
Bro, what is that number? Flip it.
3670.
Bro, look at the MACD. The monthly is in an impossible situation, bro. Don't listen to nobody telling you the monthly could do anything for your ass right now, bro, Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman, you are in war with the quarterly. Man, go to the quarterly and look at the MAC. You are in war. Come on, bro. This shit didn't even turn on yet. Bro, this didn't even turn on yet. The cool thing is I've seen things get small and get big. I'm telling you, I've seen these little bars right here, bro, die out and die in. Right now, matter of fact, Empress is showing you an example of it. Right before this big ugly red came and embarrassed us, we was just receding. We was just seeing some recessions. That's why I was telling, I'm telling you, when people say numbers, it's like, bro, it's at 2.8. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's at 2.9. What the fuck? Like, why do y'all think these numbers are so big? It's relax a little bit, bro. But I'm telling you, once you come to the chart, you say, oh, I see what it is. They got to test this shit. And then you say, okay, what are they testing on the monthly? Don't worry about that. Because if you really want to figure that shit, it's going to be way down here. So that's why that's why you need to stay away from the quarterlies and the yearlies. Don't worry about what the monthly is testing. The monthly right now ain't testing shit. What you should be thinking is, man, this motherfucking reversal going to be so cold. Because that's what's actually going to happen.
And that's the thing that's like the downside of TA, I guess. It's the fact that you do know. So sometimes you just play around. It's like a procrastination almost. It's like, fuck, why did I not get in there? Oh, yeah, it's always like that.
Yeah, I told you, even when I wanted to call to sell from the other day on Amazon, but it's probably because I was in the BTC play and I was like, man, Amazon don't move fast enough, and I'd rather just focus my screaming on BTC. I get charged anyways, right? But then still, I'm always like, man, me and Empress definitely need to, like we always said, get 1 or 2 stocks.
Swing them.
Yeah, and just sit them there.
Swing them like motherfucking hemp.
Yeah, just sit them there. And just, you feel me? And just really, really, really reap one of those long-term benefits. So, hey, everything is in the works. But this one right here,
it's great practice.
Be very careful of Amazon. Because a lot of the downs are out of the way. But like I was just telling Empress, bro, what could save you is the quarterly. If the quarterly, bro, is able to flip, get hit, it's all the way at the bottom already. So you're not going to take too big of a beating. Right? And then we can get that out the way. Everybody else is looking to go up.
Next candle is July 31st.
Bro. And that's the thing, too. Don't look.
Monthly.
The 30th.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not flipping this shit. So we've been in a downtrend for how much months now? 4?
1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 4, 5.
Man, whoever caught them bottom wicks, damn, they came right back down and checked them bitches. Snuck them wicks off. You know, niggas snuck your wicks off. Nigga right back down. Checking that shit again. Hey, I told you I same thing with that BTC. I know some people stayed in that shit and got trapped in there. Probably bought again at 40s. Probably bought again. I'm telling you, I gotta learn how to read charts, bro.
Nah, they could have got at 47, right?
What do you mean?
So hopefully they bought at 47.
Hopefully they did something, but I just know for sure some people got trapped.
Trying to get it at 42.
Because they wasn't understanding as, yo, it's levels. Until we get back to those levels, bro, we aren't confirming anything.
Yeah, there's no respect in the house, bro. It's a whole bunch of volatility idiots, bro, in the way.
And I'm telling you, babe, this is manipulation time. Right now, bro, I've never seen so much manipulation in the market. I've only been in it 15 days. I'm lying, bro, but I've never seen so much manipulation in the market, Empress. I don't know if y'all understand, bro. I've seen something go to 38.2 and then go to 44.6. I've seen the wildest shit in markets lately, bro. But hey, we ain't gonna beat the dead horse because we definitely want to come in here and do some live trading. Like I always want to just do live trading, but it always get, we always just, because I love teaching more, because I tell you, like, if you get the actual
language,
so I was about to say terminology, but it's perfect, right? So if you understand the way we speaking about things, it'll really be able to guide you through a lot of the shit on your own merits.
You see, and that's the thing. This is the first time that I actually learned something on a fundamental level, more so than just going off of women just pressing on buttons. Like this shit, you have to learn the language before you get into it. Same thing with accounting. You have to learn the language before you get into it.
Because you're never going to understand.
It's a landscape of its own.
Tell you, everything gonna become difficult, which is why a lot of people do resort to social trading, right? Or resort to being like, yo, I just buy.
Oh no, this is not for the weak.
Yeah.
No, TA is not for weak people.
That's the boring stuff they say.
You need your brain, okay? You need your brain, and if boring is a word in your vocabulary and your mindset, it's not for you. Because your mindset has to be, bro, how the fuck is these niggas doing this, bro? And how can I make this a lucrative thing for me? Like, if that's not your mindset, just get out of here, bro. Because that mindset, that nigga is drawn in. He's trying to figure out the keys, the dot, he's trying to get all of the pieces, the gold bars that he's going to need in the near future to surpass everybody in the game that's been doing this for decades with their fundamentals and looking at PE ratios and their stupid little accents.
Hey, some people got some nice little buys. I see some people got some buys, but like I said, me and Amber's about to really get out of here, babe. You can look at. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, we out of here. We not even about to do another one. My Gigafactory, yeah.
Oh man,
that brother Elon, man. Brother Elon.
Woo! Elon, what's next, my boy? Who you bringing back first?
That brother Elon.
Corey Holcomb, Jit. Bring Corey back.
Elon said he not. Donald said he not going on there.
Oh fuck Donald.
Yeah, Donald said he's staying on Truth Social. He said, man, I support what the brother Elon doing. He gonna do great things for it, but I'm staying on Truth.
All right, stay on Truth then, brother. Trumpet man.
Yeah, you stay on Truth. I heard niggas say, man, Trump, you ain't on Truth. I don't think you supposed to do. Yeah, Trump like I got I have sponsorship with him, man.
Nigga, he's like, I got a stake in this.
But yeah, it's a bunch of other little topics and stuff. But tomorrow definitely look forward to us doing something, bro. We always try to randomly do stuff, bro. I always look forward to it though. You should be looking forward to it every time. She gonna post me every time.
Alrighty. Yeah, the camera. I thought we were gonna go short. I was like, I don't even play the camera up.
Oh no, that's perfect. We're gonna go short, right? A little over 50 minutes over. I want to do exactly
15 minutes.
50.
50?
Yeah.
Minutes over?
What?
That's an hour, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do a little bit over because we started doing a lot of talking.
It's like you don't even talk. Yes.
But the main thing is because you took me on path, bro. You
with what?
Take me on path, bro.
No, what did I do this time?
Man, let's go, bro. We're about to end at 2:50.
Alrighty, guys. That is the conclusion of episode 216 of the Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. We will be back on Friday with our Freestyle Friday segment. And until then, stay black, balanced, logical, and knowing. Peace.